Hello, how are you doing? Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you are in the world. This is, of course, Matchday Live. It is Arsenal women against Real Madrid, isn't it? Champions League quarter final. That is what it's all about today. It is going to be a fantastic game, isn't it? There's no doubt about that. We are going to enjoy this quarterfinals of the Champions League all coming up the other side of the little intro when I can find it, which is where is it gone? The intro. Not very organised today. I've had to rush in from work. I do apologise, but we'll be getting going. Here we go. This is it. The other side of this, we've got the match. So this is it then, Champions League quarter-final, first leg, Real Madrid against Arsenal. This is going to be something quite special, isn't it? What is the Arsenal lineup then for this game? That is a question we are all worried about. Well, this is it. So this is our Arsenal lineup, and in goal, as expected, it is Manu Zinsberger. Of course, Daphne Van Domslaar isn't fit. Back four, Emily Fox, Leah Williamson, Steph Catley and Katie McCabe. That seems to be the first choice back four these days. In midfield, Kim Little, Kyra Cooney-Cross comes in and Mariona Caldente playing in the sort of number 10 position. And then in the front three, it is Beth Mead, Alessia Russo and Stina Blackstenius gets a start in this game. Fantastic. This is good, isn't it? So Stina and Leslie both starting. On the bench then for Arsenal, it's goalkeeper Naomi Williams, Leia Cadena, Amanda Illerstadt, Jenna Nice-Wonga, Katie Reid, Leah Volti, Vicky Palova, Frida Marnham, Chloe Kelly, Caitlin Ford, Rosa Kafaji and Lena Hurtig. That is a very, very strong Arsenal squad, I'm sure you will agree. For Real Madrid in goal, it is Misu Rodriguez. Their back four is Sheila Garcia, Mael Lacra, Mura Mendes and Olga Kafor Moran. She's a captain. In midfield, it is Sandy Toletti, Melanie Leopold, of course, who's played for Chelsea, and Caroline Weir, another player that we know quite well. Another former WSL player, Philip Angel Dahl, and then up front it is Linda Casado and Signe Brun. So there's your team lineups then for this game. What do you make of that? Not too many surprises really from Arsenal team, I don't think. I was maybe expecting maybe Leah Volti and Kim Little. Quite pleased that isn't the case. But we have got Kim Little in there with Kyra Cooney-Cross and, of course, Mariona. We play more central, which I think is a better bet. Anyway, Miss Pinksocks is with us. How are you doing? Come on, Gunners. Let's do this. Indeed. Greg's with us as well. A good attacking team. It is a good attacking team. Good to see KCC starting, says Miss Pinksocks. Yeah, exactly. It is good to see Kyra starting in this game. It is a good lineup. I'm happy with it. I haven't got too many complaints at all, really. I think it's pretty much the team. Maybe Chloe Kelly being on the bench, a little bit of a shock. I think she's been playing quite well, but Beth Mead's got the experience as well at this level. So I'm not totally surprised by any of it, really, which is good. And it is a strong team. It's not far off the team I would have chosen, actually. With who's available, obviously the goalkeeper situation, we all know we would have picked Daphne had she been fit, but she's not. So we can't we can't pick a player that's not fit, can we? So yeah, we're looking forward to this. It's going to be a good game, isn't it? I'm sure we're going to enjoy it, and it's going to be something quite spectacular. What do we think we need in this game? Obviously, a win would be fantastic to take back to the Emirates next week. A draw wouldn't be a disaster either. I feel as though we've got enough about us to go there and win the game in the second leg at home. Even worst case scenario, maybe a narrow defeat wouldn't be the end of the world. If you remember a couple of years ago, we lost 1-0 in Bayern Munich, turned it around at the Emirates. It's not ideal, we know that, but what we need to be, we need to keep ourselves in a strong position, don't we, to go through. Obviously, a win is the first aim. A draw wouldn't be too bad. Of course, if we are going to lose the game, I think it's vital that we would only lose by a very, very narrow margin, 1 goal or something like that. We could probably turn that around without too many problems. So, but yeah, it looks like it's a very strong Arsenal team, isn't it? Miss Pinkshot says we need Stina to finish her chances. Yeah, of course we do. Yeah. Greg says what we need more than anything is goals. Well, yeah, we do. I do think it's going to be quite a tight game. I'm not expecting lots and lots of goals at either end. I think it's going to be pretty tight. It's going to be quite cagey. I think first legs generally are. The onus really is on the home team to build a lead, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, if they don't win this game tonight, Real Madrid, their chances of coming through are going to be vastly reduced. So it's important for them to get a good result. They need a win. So I think the onus is on them, and that might benefit us. I think there'll be spaces in behind that we can attack. But I think it's going to be a reasonably tight game. I'm not expecting lots and lots of goals. I think we might just about shade it. Did I say 2-0 last night, didn't I, on the show? I'll stick with that, or I won't be surprised if Real Madrid score. We've not looked totally convincing at the back, have we, in recent games? We seem to be conceding goals. Obviously, Manu's in goal, which is a worry. Her last Champions League game, of course, away from home was that Bayern Munich game when she let in 5. And I know that wasn't all her fault, but certainly 2 or 3 of them definitely were. So, but yeah, we're going to do, we can only do what we can do, can't we? Try and get the result. And we've got a good enough team out there to get the win that we need, or the result that we need to take back next week. And hopefully we can do the job over 2 legs. So yeah, it's getting to that time of the season now, isn't it? And we're going to start to learn a lot more about Renee. We've been saying, haven't we, in recent weeks on the show, is she losing a little bit? Is the pressure getting to her? Is she unable to really deal with that? And tonight is a big pressure game, isn't it? Absolutely it is. Quarterfinals of the Champions League away from home. It's a really real pressure game, and this is where you find out about your team, your players, and your manager, and that, don't you, when it's games like this? Because it's all very well playing WSL games against teams like Crystal Palace and Brighton and stuff like that in the first half of the season when the pressure's not very much. Now every single game matters, isn't it? And this is the biggest of the lot so far. Hopefully there'll be bigger games to come if we get through this one. But yeah, it's a big test this tonight, I think. Renee's never managed at this kind of level before. So she's getting into new territory. Obviously, we have as a team, we've been in a couple of quarterfinals of the Champions League with this group of players, largely this group of players. We did it a couple of times under Jonas. We won one and we lost one. And now we've got a real opportunity, I feel, here to go through to the semi-final. But it's important tonight that we get the job done one way or the other. I will take the draw, absolutely. I'd snap your hand off for a draw. I think in the away leg of a knockout game, especially if it's the first leg, you'll take a draw all day long. I certainly would take a draw. I'm not bothered about that at all. We're getting ready for the kickoff very, very shortly. It's in about 5 minutes. The teams will be coming out onto the pitch here in Madrid. They're not playing at the main men's stadium. It's a nice little stadium, though. Not a massive crowd in. It's the Stadio Alfredo Di Stefano. Of course, if anyone remembers Alfredo Di Stefano, he was a very good player, wasn't he, back in the 1950s and 60s when Real Madrid used to win the European Cup as it was pretty much every season, didn't they? So, but yeah, this is this is a massive, massive game. There's no doubt about it. We have to win. And we have to win, but we have to get a positive result we have to win over the 2 legs. And then we'll see what's going to happen. Of course, we do play, if we make it through, we will play the winners of Wolfsburg against Barcelona in the semi-final. So it's not going to be any easier, is it? But to win this competition, you're going to have to beat the best team. Actually, no, sorry, we don't. We play the winners of Bayern Munich or Lyon, don't we? Sorry, I made a mistake there. We play the winners of Bayern Munich or Lyon. So again, it's not going to get easier, but I kind of fancy our chances. I've got to be honest, I do. Matthew River said, my friend, good to see you. I hope you're well. Hope everybody is well. Hope you can. I know the game's a bit of an early kickoff for us here in the UK. Not ideal, but of course next week's game is the 8 o'clock game, which is much more civilized, isn't it, for us here? It's all been a bit of a rush to get back and to get going with this game today. But anyway, don't worry too much about that. We are here now and we are going to enjoy it, aren't we? Absolutely we are. So stick with us because you don't want to miss any of this because it is going to be really, really good. So yeah, we're just waiting. Obviously, there's a lot of Arsenal fans have made the trip over to Madrid. Of course, as you would expect, Arsenal fans travel everywhere with a team, and we just get ready for the teams to come out now onto the pitch. The Arsenal fans are in fine voice here in Madrid. It looks like it's raining, actually. Well, it is raining. So it looks like we've got better weather here in the UK than they have in Madrid, which is nice, isn't it? It's absolutely pouring down by the look of it. And anyway, the teams are now coming out, and Arsenal are wearing the black Lynx Africa kit, and Real Madrid, of course, will be in all white, as you would expect. Kim Little, of course, the captain, leading the Arsenal team out in this big game. She's been there, done it before, hasn't she? Kim Little, vast experience, and that's probably what's given her the nod to start this game, I think, probably. But anyway, let's see how it goes. The teams are coming out anyway, which is good. We're getting ready for the kickoff here. John says, pray for Madrid. Well, let's not pray for Madrid because we don't really care, do we? We want them to get hammering. LG says, I don't like that lineup at all. No, I kind of do. I do like it. I think it. Actually, the pitch looks terrible. Just seeing a close up of the pitch, it looks awful. But then again, we played at Meadow Park recently, so we're used to bad pitches, aren't we? I actually don't mind the lineup. I don't really mind it at all. I think it's actually pretty decent. I think that it's almost a 4-4-2, isn't it? In a way. But it's a nice lineup. I don't mind it at all, really. I mean, Chloe Kelly for Beth Mead was the only maybe one I wasn't expecting Stina in the team. I got to be honest, I'm pleased she is, and this will be her time to shine. She's got a great record of scoring in the big games. In the Champions League, she scored in the quarter-final last time, both legs of the semi-final. She's a big game player, and I think that's a good decision to play her. She hasn't maybe played enough, and that's a little bit of a worry because I think she needs rhythm, which she's not getting by starting games and then being on the bench again and coming on and not starting games. But she's got a big opportunity tonight, and I'm sure she's going to grab it with both hands as she normally does. Matthew says, can only hope the veterans turn up today. Well, I mean, it's only really Kim Little, isn't it? I suppose in the team today, from the sort of veterans, if you like. I mean, we have got an old team in terms of age, haven't we? When you look at it, Beth Mead is obviously getting on towards 30. Katie McCabe. So, Manu Zinsberger, Kim Little, we have got some older players in there, but also, we've got a few younger ones as well. Obviously, Kyra, Leslie Russo still quite young, Emily Fox. I mean, Leah Williamson's kind of in the middle somewhere, isn't she? LG says, the day Stina leaves is the day I'll celebrate. I don't like her at all. Well, I mean, you're entitled not to like her, my friend, but I think that most teams in Europe would be quite happy having Stina Blackstenius as in their squad, even if it's as a backup striker. Not many teams have a backup striker as good as her, who scores the number of goals that she does. She's got an almost 1 in 2 goal scoring record for Arsenal. When you think of how many games in the last 2 seasons she's been on the bench, that's an impressive record, isn't it? So, whether you like her or not, that's fair enough. You don't have to like her, but her record is up there with the best, especially in the big games. She scores in cup semi-finals, cup finals, semi-finals. This is a night for her, absolutely. Terry says, I'm here just having din-dins. Yeah, well, I'm going to have to wait for that, aren't I, till later, due to the kickoff time. Anyway, let's see how it goes. But yeah, it's going to be a really, really big game, this, isn't it? And it's a test. It's a test for Renee as much as anything else. We've seen her lineup now. We see what team she selected for this game. Can we produce a result? Has she got her tactics right? You have to say Real Madrid aren't the Real Madrid in the men's team. They haven't got that kind of aura about them. They're certainly beatable. There's no doubt about it. They're definitely beatable. But they're a good team, and it's not going to be easy. We need to turn out and play well if we're going to get the result that we need to take back to the Emirates next week. Anyway, Mariona, of course, back on familiar territory for her. Of course, former Barcelona player's going to want to get one over on Real Madrid, isn't she, anyway, regardless. So it's going to be Arsenal to kick off all in black. We are attacking the goal to our left in this first half. The pitch does not look great. I've got to be honest. It does not look great. Little Cubby says, I'm still at work. Well, I only just got out in time. Joe says, evening or 3-0. Well, that's optimistic. That we are off and underway here in Madrid in the rain on a very sticky pitch. Let's see how it goes. Real Madrid are in possession over on that far side. So the onus is on them, isn't it, to get a positive result tonight. 110 volts says pitch is still much better than Meadow Park. I wouldn't say it's much better, actually. It's slightly better, maybe. I'm not sure yet. Let's see how it plays out. It seems very heavy. The ball's not rolling particularly well. It's holding up. I mean, Real Madrid will probably be more used to it. Oh, they've just almost given the ball away there from pressure from Arsenal. They have now. Kyra Cooney across Kim Little now. Oh, she took too long, but she's managed to keep possession, slipped over a little bit. And there you go. You see, there's a pitch straight away. On this near side, it's worse. That's a good ball over the top looking for Stina, but it's overhit. Runs into the arms of the goalkeeper, Rodriguez. All in yellow, the Real Madrid goalkeeper. Yeah, this near side on the left-hand side for Arsenal in this first half is the worst bit of this pitch. And bits through the middle look a bit sticky as well. But anyway, Real Madrid have just given the ball away again. Again, it kind of got stuck in the grass and they managed to get away with that Real Madrid. Now they're coming forward, but Kyra Cooney cross steps in. And Arsenal have made a positive start. Leah Williamson is going to play it back to Manu Zinsberger, who's all in pink kit tonight. Very smart that looks as well. Steph Catley now finds Katie McCabe on this left-hand side. This is the problem area. It's a long ball over the top again. And you can see Arsenal's tactics here. Real Madrid are playing quite a high line. So we're looking to get the ball in behind for Stina to run onto. Sensible tactics that if it can work. Yes, there might be a few offsides in the meantime when there's a high line, but you've only got to get through once or twice and you get goals, don't you? So but that seems to be how Arsenal was setting this up. Leslie Russo's playing just behind Stina. And Arsenal pressing high now. Mariana Caldente and Real Madrid go long. In fact, the pitch is only just about playable. There's standing water on it, it seems. Anyway, the game is going ahead. Although the pitch is shocking, it has to be said. For a Champions League quarter-final, it really is terrible to be playing on a pitch like this at this level of football. Women's football is growing. There's more people are watching it, and then you get a match of this sort of significance played on a pitch like this. It's terrible. Real Madrid coming forward now for the first time. They've got a player over on this near side opportunity here to get forward. A cross comes in towards the far post, headed away though by Emily Fox. Finds Beth Mead. He touches it back to Emily Fox, who's trying to redo her ponytail by the look of it. Anyway, the ball's gone behind. It is going to be a goal kick. It's a bun, actually. She's got a ponytail. And Arsenal got a goal kick. We've played nearly 3 minutes. And not much to choose between the sides as yet. So Arsenal started pretty well, though. But it's still 0-0. No real efforts on goal from either side. The early evening, the sun is going down in Madrid. That goal kick from Manu Zinsberger almost caused us problems. It went straight to a Madrid player, but the ball's come back now to the Arsenal goalkeeper. And she touches that to Leah Williamson over on that far side, clips the ball up that far side, but it's been cut out, and now Real Madrid coming forward for the first time, threatening here on the edge of the penalty area, inside the box. Good tackle there from Kim Little, breaks up that play. And that was looking dangerous for Arsenal. She tries to get Stina in over on that far side. Stina's going to get there. Stina does well. She needs some support. She's waiting, looking for some support. And that's a strong tackle on her there, actually. The referee allows play to go on. She needed some support a bit quicker there, didn't she, Stina? Looking around for some help, didn't get it. And in the end, she got the ball taken off her. And now Real Madrid in possession inside their back four, trying to bring the ball forward up this near side on what looks to be the worst part of the pitch. And the ball there goes back. There is standing water on the pitch. This game must have only been 50-50 to go ahead, looking at the way the ball's rolling or not rolling on the pitch and the standing water on it. I mean, it is still raining. Let's just hope that the rain doesn't get much worse, because this pitch doesn't look like it can take a lot more water than it's already got on it, does it? Anyway, Bongo Gunners River said, come on, Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. Indeed. So far, so good. 0-0. 4.5 minutes played. Don't need to panic, do we? We just need to grow into the game, and I'm sure we'll grow into it. Katie McCabe just won the ball back on halfway on this near side, and she presses, but the ball goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Rodriguez. And it's kind of settling down into the sort of pattern I expected, really. Obviously, the onus is on Real Madrid. They're probably going to have a bit more possession, and we just need to use the ball well on the counter-attack when we get the opportunity to. Philippe Anjodal there, former Manchester City player, of course. Played against Arsenal several times. This is the first meeting between these two sides, actually. 110 volts says, actually, I'll take that back. Old McDonald's Farm comes to mind. Yeah, I mean, it's an awful pitch. For this level of football, it's just ridiculous. It's just a horrible, horrible pitch. I mean, obviously, it looks like it's been raining quite a lot in Madrid over the last 24 hours or so, which hasn't helped, but the pitch looked as though it wouldn't have been great anyway. Anyway, the ball's played out to that far side. Beth Mead's going to win it. It goes out for a throw to Real Madrid over on that far side. God, that was a full-blooded tackle on Steiner just a moment ago. We saw there, didn't we, from Lacra. Wow. Tons of water, says Miss Mix. Well, it is, yeah. It's just literally like it's, I say barely playable, actually. But anyway, we're glad the game's on. Anyway, Steiner's chasing this over on that far side, but the goalkeeper comes a long way out. Clears it away, but only as far as Kim Little. But Real Madrid pick possession up again. Now they're trying to come forward themselves over on that far side. 6.5 minutes played. Real Madrid 0, Arsenal 0. First leg of this Champions League quarter-final. Real Madrid have a throw on this near side. The pitch isn't going to help good football, is it? Let's be honest. It's just if we can adjust to it better than we did against Liverpool on the horrible pitch at Meadow Park. We never really got to grips with that, did we? We certainly played a bit better today so far than we did on that particular occasion. But anyway, let's see how this plays out. Manu Zinsberger's clearance has flicked on. Steiner's going to try and get in behind the Real Madrid defence. Good defending now, actually, there from Mendes. Plays it back to the goalkeeper. But that's where the threat's going to be for Arsenal. You can see what our tactics are. It's worked, obviously, in the past playing like this. Will it work tonight? We shall see. We've had 1 or 2 nearly moments where they've given the ball away. Leslie Russo there finds Caldente. And now it's a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Mariano Caldente there played the ball off. I think it was Angel Dahl. And Katie McCabe's going to take this throw for Arsenal. Plays it up the line towards Stina Blackstenius. She can keep it in, but it's finding it hard to keep her feet, and all the players are. It's very difficult to change direction quickly on this surface. Steph Catley now plays the ball back to Leah Williamson. Steph Catley gets it back again on this near side for Arsenal. Moves forward towards halfway, finds Kyra Cooney cross right on this near touchline. Looked like a foul, but she's managed to win the throw. The Australian, 8 minutes played, still 0-0. Not much in terms of chances at either end so far. Well, nothing. There's been no chances at either end. But Arsenal started pretty positively. Reasonably happy with how we're playing at the moment. We look fairly comfortable in this game. And Stina Blackstone is looking to get in behind again from that throw. That was well read, though, by Mendes. Clearance up this near side has gone out for another throw to Arsenal. On this near side again, it's going to be Katie McCabe. Taking her time. Finds the feet of Leslie Russo, gets it back again. Katie McCabe. Again, she finds Russo, plays it all the way back to halfway to Leah Williamson. Thought about clipping the ball forward, just changed her mind and played it to Steph Catley. That's the ball over the top again, looking for Steiner, but again it's overhit. And it's run into the arms of the goalkeeper. 9 minutes played, it's still 0-0. Real Madrid now coming forward up that far side. Well cut out though by Emily Fox. Doubts about her fitness, wasn't there, after she had to go off on Friday against Everton. Turns out the injury wasn't too bad. And she's back in the team tonight. So important, really. We didn't really want to see Lena Hurtig play right back, did we, in the Champions League? That would have been not good at all. Anyway, Manu Zinsberger plays it out to Leah Williamson over on that far side. I suppose Katie Reid's an option at right back, isn't she? She's played a few games there. Centre back to a more natural position. Anyway, Katie McCabe now on his near side. Plays the ball back to Steph Catley. Now it's with Manu Zinsberger. When the ball's played along the ground, it leaves a trail of water behind it. It's like watching football from the 1970s, isn't it? This pitch, these conditions, and it's Champions League. And that long ball over the top from Leah Williamson's headed out. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal, which Emily Fox is going to take. Arsenal say made a really positive start here, but we haven't actually managed to create an opportunity yet. Leslie Russo over on that far side does well, turns away, gets the ball back again. Can Arsenal get some players in the box? It was a decent cross, actually. No one was in there. Leslie Russo was over on that far side. Tried to play it towards the near post. It was easily dealt with, though. Arsenal didn't really get enough bodies in the box there. Now Real Madrid can break forward, looking for a counter-attack here. It is Angel Dial again in possession. There's a long ball over the top towards the edge of the penalty area. Leah Williamson's there. Tidies that up. Just touches it off to Steph Catley. And Steph Catley again plays it back to Manu Zinsberger. 11 minutes on the clock, still 0-0. Not great conditions here. It's certainly not going to lead to a free-flowing game of football, is it? The ball's holding up in the water. Anyway, Kate McCabe on this near side, trying to move the ball forward, finds Leslie Russo dropping deeper. She's playing a slightly deeper role tonight anyway with Stina in the team. Now Mariona on this near side. She's been fairly quiet so far. Tried to play the ball forward to Katie McCabe. Wasn't a good ball. She's going to get it back there, is she, Mariona? Not quite. Lost out in midfield there to Angel Dial. And Kyra Cooney Cross does well to cut that ball out. Joe says, what with this and the pitch for the League Cup final, you have to question how seriously the powers that be really take women's elite football. Yeah, I agree. I mean, big high-profile games should be played on better pitches, and I don't know what the answer is. I don't know why Real Madrid couldn't have played in a different stadium. This is obviously their home, and I suppose if you've got your home, you want home advantage, don't you, in your home leg? This is where they normally play, so you can see why they wanted the game played here. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't look. It's not a good look, is it, for women's football in 2025 that they're playing these big games on these pitches, which are just terrible. Meadow Park pitch, terrible. Like you said, the League Cup final, yeah, that pitch was terrible. This pitch is terrible. You know, big high-profile games, and yeah, it's not good enough. It isn't good enough. Absolutely not. Obviously, we've been spoiled maybe playing at the Emirates. We're playing at the Emirates, obviously, at the weekend. We're playing at the Emirates next Wednesday in the second leg. We're lucky that we can play on that lovely pitch. But it's no good us playing on a lovely pitch if everybody else has got pitches like this. It's just pointless. But anyway, you're right. But I don't know what the answer is. That's the problem, isn't it? How many stadiums are available? You know, can they do more work on the pitch, put more investment into making the pitches better? And Emily Fox has done really well over on that far side for Arsenal. Really well she's done. Made good ground. Tried to win a throw, and in the end, the ball's come off the American. It's going to be a throw to Real Madrid. It was Olga there. Carmona with the tackle. Grat says, hi there, how you doing? I'm still standing with 4-0 to Arsenal. The game is broadcast on the main channel here, so no need to visit the pub. Oh, good stuff. Joe says, evening all, what have I missed? Good game, or looking as if it's but well, yeah, it's the pitch isn't helping. I mean, we've started okay. There's been no chances at either end yet. We've looked fairly comfortable. All that back pass is going to be a little bit short, but Manu Zinsberger comes out, kicks it long. In fact, the ball's going to fall to Leslie Russo, is it? No, it's not, because Real Madrid look quite a physical team, actually, don't they? Tries to play that ball forward, but Steph Catley's there. Grat says there, the pitch is under all critical conditions indeed. Soggy, yeah, exactly. I mean, not much has happened so far in terms of the game. We haven't had any attacks, really. They haven't either. We're looking for the long ball in for Stina to run onto. So far, the ball's over hit, or it has been so far. Anyway, Leah Williamson tries to clip the ball over the top over on that far side. Again, looking for the runner Stina. It's headed out for a throw to Arsenal. We've got Rima in the chat. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to this game getting a bit more lively. Matthew says, an underhit back pass. Less of that, please. We've seen the ladies do this a lot. The pitch is bad. Yeah, exactly. You can't risk anything in this. Joe says, I'm not soggy, it's me age. Well, no, that's fair enough. Anyway, Arsenal in possession over on that far side. Leslie Russo's cross. Oh, it was looking for Steiner again. Once the ball hits the pitch, you're never really sure what it's going to do. Is it going to roll? Is it going to hold up? Is it going to bounce? It was a good ball in. And Steiner couldn't quite get on the end of it. She may well have been offside anyway, as it turned out. But the ball didn't really reach her in any case. 110 volts says, hope this pitch doesn't cause any unnecessary injuries. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a danger, isn't it, as well? I mean, obviously it must be fit enough to play the game. Well, they wouldn't have started it, but it isn't great, is it? Let's be honest. It is not great at all. Anyway, Leah Williamson tried to pick that pass up over on that far side. Again, Real Madrid deal with it. And now they've got another throw. We've played 16 minutes nearly here. And the game is suffering from the state of the pitch. I think we have to say that. Hopefully things will improve as time goes on, but we'll see. Anyway, Steph Catley now finds Leah Williamson over on that far side. Steph Catley gets it back again under no real pressure, so just touches the ball back to Manu Zinsberger. They're not really pressing, are they? They don't seem to be interested in pressing. They're letting us have the ball. Steph Catley now on halfway finds Marianne a little bit of space for Katie McCabe on this near side. Is she going to get the cross in? There's only really Steiner inside the box now. Kim Little makes a run. The ball goes behind her. And that wasn't good at all, was it? And now Real Madrid looking over on that far side. Some pace over there, actually. And Emily Fox has got some chasing to do. Emily Fox does well. But Real Madrid still in possession. A nice little trick and a turn there from Casado. Does really well there, Real Madrid. Could have been a dangerous moment there, couldn't it? In the end, Arsenal managed to deal with that problem. But Real Madrid still in possession on the edge of the Arsenal penalty. A good tackle there from Kim Little, and Kyra can clear it away. And now Steiner needs some support. There's no one ahead of her. Every time Steiner gets the ball, there's no one making a run to get up alongside her, which I find strange. Because when she's got the ball on halfway, she's not going to be able to run half length of the pitch, is she? She needs a bit more help. Anyway, Mariona now in possession on this near side. She's got a great record scoring in the Champions League for us this season. So let's see if she can add to that tally tonight. But so far, so good. I mean, we'll take it at 0-0 for a while yet, won't we? Wouldn't be too bothered if it finished 0-0 in actual fact, really. It wouldn't be a disastrous result, would it? You know, Katie McCabe touches the ball forward to Mariona now. Is this going to be Arsenal's chance to maybe get an opportunity here? Leslie Russo on this near side, whips the ball across. Again, it wasn't a great cross, cleared away. Mariona on the volley. Didn't get any direction on that. And it has gone behind for a goal kick to Real Madrid. 18 minutes on the clock. At least there's a shot at goal finally. Even though it was never, ever going to trouble the goalkeeper. You know, Real Madrid trying to play it out from the back. And just a little bit of time there to put a ball forward. Wasn't a bad ball, but it's well dealt with by Steph Catley. Now Leah Williamson inside the centre circle for Arsenal. Plays it to Steph Catley. That's back with Katie McCabe. Plays it forward to Leslie Russo. He's got a little bit of time to turn. Threads the ball through to Steiner. Steiner's inside the box. It's going to be the moment. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. And that is why Arsenal have played this formation tonight. Russo with the ball through to Steiner Blackstenius. Got the wrong side of the defender. She was onside. It's a lovely ball from Leslie Russo. Steiner's got there. Got the shot away. It's a good effort, actually. That's a good save. Looked as though that was going to be Steiner's moment. That's what she's in this team for tonight. And that was a good save, actually, by the goalkeeper. And it had to be. It is a corner. Vicky P says, great ball, Russo, indeed. Matthew says, good save. It was a good save. Bongo Gooder says, almost. Miss Pinkle says, good effort. It was a good effort. Joe says, unlucky. Yeah, it was a bit unlucky. It was a good effort, that, wasn't it? It was a good play all round, actually. Anyway, Arsenal have got a corner now over on that far side. That was a nice move. And if we keep doing that, you can see us scoring some goals here. You know, it's a corner which Katie McCabe's going to take towards the... Oh, it's gone straight into the roof of the net. That was not a great corner, was it, at all? It was a waste, as has been said already. by Joe. It was away, straight onto the roof of the net. Not really good enough at all, but that was lovely play from Arsenal just before. And Stina tried to get it into that far corner. She hit it well enough, actually. And the goalkeeper's made a good save. Got her angles right there. The goalkeeper, Rodriguez. And it remains 0-0. But that was a big chance for Arsenal already in this game. 20 minutes played. And Stina pressing the goalkeeper, and Arsenal win a throw. Joe says there, I think it's a low-scoring game. That's if there are any goals. No, I agree. Ryan says, can't watch it live. Haven't got a license. Listen to commentary, then watch later, hopefully. Yeah, well, it's on YouTube, so I don't know really if you need a license for that. Yeah. Anyway, it is a throw to Real Madrid now on this near side. In the rain. The rain in Spain falls mainly on this pitch by the look of it. It certainly has done over the last few days. Anyway, Arsenal pick up the ball again. Kim Little touches it off to Katie McCabe. It wasn't a good ball, was it? Looking for Kyra. Real Madrid clear it away. And now they can maybe try and come forward up this near side. Nice play, actually. Really good play that was there from Caroline Weir, of course. Player that we know well. There's Scott. Now, Stina's got some space here on this near side as well. The ball's running away, but she should keep this in. On this near side, plays it back to Mariona Caldente. Square to Kyra. Now it's back to Katie McCabe. Looking for some movement ahead of her. Finds Mariona instead. Now Kyra threads the ball through. Looking for the run of Kim Little. It was cut out though. And this is a danger for Arsenal when Real Madrid counter-attack. They've got some pace up front with Casado. A mistake from Leah Williamson. Casado's in. Is this going to be a chance? Oh, and they've scored. One mistake from Arsenal. And they take it there. It is Casado. Linda Casado with a goal. Leah Williamson with a mistake. And after a bright start and having a couple of chances, Arsenal concede the first goal of this quarter-final. Not a great piece of defending there, you have to say. And as soon as Leah Williamson didn't clear that ball away, it always looked the danger there for Arsenal. It was a counter-attack. We said this was going to be the danger. The ball was played through there. Leah Williams should have cut it out. She completely missed it. And Casado's in, and she's finished it well, to be fair. But Leah completely lost track of that ball. Emily Fox was slow on the cover, and Casado didn't need a second opportunity there. Tucked it away. Joe says, not good by Leah or Foxy. No, I mean, Foxy needed to cover a bit quicker, didn't she? Obviously, she wouldn't have been anticipating Leah missing the ball. Vicky says, Leah lost it. Well, she lost that ball, yeah. Joe says, that's poor. It was very, very poor. We can, yes, maybe look at the pitch a little bit, the way the ball's coming off the pitch, but it wasn't good, was it, from Leah? She's got to deal with that ball. It's a simple ball through. She needed to just cut it out. Simple, really. And these are mistakes at the top level like this that you get punished, that you do get punished. Vicky says, pace did us. Well, it was more just a mistake, wasn't it, at the back? Ryan says, could slide the length of the pitch by the sounds of it. Yeah, you pretty much could. Yeah, it's not great. Mitch Pinksock says, let's answer right away. Indeed, let's. I mean, it's early in the game. It's only midway through the first half. And it's very, very early in this tie. But, we've been playing quite well. And then one mistake at the back and suddenly we've conceded a goal. And I say that's the danger, isn't it? Anyway, Real Madrid coming forward again on this near side. But Steph cut is across there. That's a good tackle. It will be a throw, though, to Real Madrid. DMB says, good thing the game's a first leg. Well, it's still early days anyway. There's no reason why we can't still get something here tonight. LG says, that's the difference. Black Stenius had a one-on-one, typical Stina fashion. Well, no, you've got to look at the difference in the chances. Stina was a lot wider, had to take it first time with two defenders around her. That one there from Casado, she's facing the goal and just had to put the ball in it. So I don't think you can really, I wouldn't say that's the difference. The difference was a terrible, terrible piece of defending from Arsenal that created that opportunity. Stina's chance was a totally different chance, a different angle. And had Casado been at the same angle, if Manu gets her angles right in goal, she saves it. Simple as that. But for that one there, Casado's straight through on goal, isn't she? She's facing the goal directly. Stina was at the side. More difficult chance because you've got to get it right in the corner, haven't you? 110 volts says Leah won't want to watch that one back. No, she won't. It was absolute disaster from Leah. which is a shame because she's been playing really well lately, hasn't she? She's probably been our best defender. She's been one of our most consistent players over the last, 5-6 games. Even in games where we've not played particularly well, she's maybe stood out. DMD says slashy muddy pitch. Yeah, it is. It is a slashy muddy pitch, and that doesn't help. Joe says Kate McCabe is not having a great game. No, again, she's on this difficult side of the pitch. This is the worst side on this left-hand side where Katie McCabe's playing, and that's not helping her. It's not helping Mariona either. And we're better in the second half probably over on the other side. But look, you can just look at the pitch. It's terrible. Look, every time they put their feet on the floor, there's just puddles coming up. It's a Sunday league pitch. I play in a Vets league on a Saturday, right? And some of the pitches aren't great, but we play on better pitches in this most weeks. To be honest, we do. This is a shocker, and this is a Champions League quarter final, and the pitch is Sunday league, isn't it? Anyway, that free kick there is headed out well by Alessi Russo. But Arsenal have got to adapt. We've got to adapt to it. It's not ideal. It's not great at all, and we shouldn't be playing on a pitch like this, but we are, and we've now got to deal with it. And we've got to, find a way. I don't know really, but yeah, the pitch is a shocker, absolute shocker. Duncan says there, what does Renee see in Stina we don't? Well, I do. She's a threat and she scores goals. That's what we all see in her. LG says, from what I've watched so far, these teams are pretty even, which is a poor look on us. If we want to win the competition, Barcelona and Chelsea always thrash them easily. Well, yeah, but it's early days yet, isn't it? They've scored one goal from one chance. Bongo Guna says Stina going to score the win. It wouldn't surprise me. She tends to do that quite a lot. Anyway, Real Madrid coming forward again, looking for a second goal, and that would be a disaster. It's not been great so far. I understand the point, though, but obviously Chelsea beat Real Madrid twice in the group stage. Barcelona beat them 8-1 on aggregate in a cup semi-final domestically recently. And, we are losing to them here, but cup competitions don't work like that, though, do they? What we need to do is now, if we go through this game, that's all that matters. Even if we lose this game tonight, if we win next week and go through, in the semi-final, it's different teams, different game, and a different pitch, and everything's different, isn't it? There's no reason why we can't win the Champions League, regardless. I understand your point, and I'm not dismissing it completely, but each game's different, isn't it? And that's the way football works. That is the way football works, isn't it? So. But anyway, there's still a lot of time left in this game, in this tie, so let's not worry too much. Matthew says, pitch is never an excuse. We grow up playing on all types of pitches. Yeah, we do, but don't forget, this team is used to playing at the Emirates now on that lovely pitch. And it makes it more difficult when suddenly you've got to go from playing on that pitch to some of the pitches we've played on recently. And yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a reason that you lose, but it doesn't help, does it? We're just coming forward again, looking for a second goal. Well, that's good defending in there inside the penalty from Katie McCabe. It's complaining about something, but anyway, Matthew says talent on the pitch wins matches. It does. I wouldn't disagree with you, but everything's a factor, isn't it, in the games as well? The conditions are a factor, the pitch is a factor. Lots of things play a part. And you've got to be able to deal with it. Absolutely, I agree. You can't look for excuses. So, well, the pitch is the same for both teams. And yes, they're probably more used to playing on it. Let's see how they get on our lovely carpet next week, because it will be a totally different game. 100% it will. What we need to do now, though, is dig in and find a way to get something from this game, get a result, find a way back into it. Kyra Cooney cross switches the ball out to that far side, but it's going to run away from Emily Fox. Again, the pitch not helping there, is it? You see, and you can have all the talent in the world. Kyra can ping those passes on a better pitch, and Emily gets that ball. On this pitch, it hits the deck and flies off. Talent can only do so much when you're restricted by the pitch you're playing on. LG says, Renee has got it all wrong with that lineup. I'm starting to turn on her. Top quality teams thrive on bad environments and conditions. Well, they do, and I wouldn't necessarily say that we haven't. We've conceded one sloppy goal, but up until then, we'd probably been the better team. 110 volts. I think fatigue will play a big factor in the second half. Yeah, it probably will. on a heavy pitch, yeah, it takes it out of the leg, doesn't it? But it's the same for both teams. So, you know, I'm not making an excuse for the pitch. I'm just saying it's a factor in the fact it's not a great game. It's not a great game. And I do think the pitch played a part in that goal because the ball's difficult to judge and Leah got it completely wrong. And hopefully we'll see similar mistakes at the other end and we can take advantage. But you need to make your own luck as well. Anyways, Wilms have just given the ball away. Leslie Russo plays it over on that far side. Beth Mead was a bit crowded out inside the penalty area, but she has played the ball out to Emily Fox. Tried to drill a low crossing looking for Leslie Russo. It was cut out, but that was better from Arsenal. And now it's going to be a throw, which Emily Fox is going to take. The ball played out to that far side. Leah Williamson puts a cross in. She want to make up for that mistake. Headed out, though, only as far as Leslie Russo. Arsenal putting a little bit more pressure on the Real Madrid penalty area now. Steph Catley inside the centre circle. We've played 30 minutes here. Real Madrid 1, Arsenal 0 in this Champions League quarter-final first leg. Is Arsenal season unravelling? We've gone out of the FA Cup. We went out of the the Subway Cup. And now we're losing in the Champions League. The WSL title went a long time ago. Vicky P says mud bath on the left. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not helping, is it? It really is not helping the pitch. And it's shocking. It's absolute shocker. Bomber Gurner says the pitch is absolutely awful. It's not fit for purpose. It is not fit for purpose. And, you know, even if we come back and win this game, it's not going to excuse the state of the pitch. It's a disgrace for this competition, absolute disgrace. But you know, we've just got to get on with it now, haven't we? We can't. The players out there have got to get on with it. It's not enjoyable. It won't be enjoyable. But we've got to dig in and try and find a way to get a result here. We're only 1-0 down. Lots of time left. We've only played 32 minutes of this first half of this first leg, so there's lots of time left. And if we can find a goal and get ourselves back level, who knows? And we're certainly capable of it. There's no doubt. This team's got goals in it. Joe says they're seeing that slow-mo. This game shouldn't have gone ahead. Well, no, I must admit, since it started, I'm kind of thinking it must have been borderline. It must have been borderline because this pitch is just. I say I've played on better pitches in our Vets League, and most of our pitches aren't even taken care of. They haven't even got groundsmen. You know what I mean? The council's supposed to look after them, and they don't do a very good job. So yeah, I mean our home pitch is terrible, but it's better than this. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Beth Mead puts the ball in. Is it going to go out for a corner? It is going to go out for a corner, and a big chance for Arsenal. It was Taletti there with a missed kick. And it's still raining. Actually, it's been raining since the start of the game, which isn't helping matters, is it? Matthew says it's like cricket. You set the pitch for home advantage. There's no excuse. We have to adapt. Well, yeah, but I don't honestly think this pitch is generally this bad. I mean, it's almost underwater, which it won't generally be. Madrid is a fairly dry place, isn't it, most of the time? But obviously, when it does rain, it rains a lot. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Cross comes in from that far post. It's a Real Madrid head. Comes out to Kyra Cooney. Cross. Oh, she didn't get that volley right at all. And Real Madrid clear the ball away. Ryan says in cricket they would go in after a drop round. Exactly. They wouldn't even be playing. They wouldn't even be playing if this was cricket, would they? The game wouldn't even have gone ahead. Anyway, we do have to adapt. Absolutely, you're right. We do have to adapt. But for a Champions League, for this level of football, this pitch is just not fit for purpose. I'm sorry, it's not. And it is the same for both teams. And you know, if whatever the result of this game, we're not going to blame the pitch either way, but the pitch is not good enough. I know Mariona now on this near side. She's going to keep this ball in for Arsenal. Plays the ball back though to Kyra Cooney. Cross lays it off. It wasn't a great ball. And Real Madrid now again are going to look for a counter attack, aren't they? They can't get out there. They're Arsenal pressing a bit higher up the pitch now, but they do manage to pass their way out of that one. Steph Catley steps in. It's a throw to Arsenal. On this near side, the Real Madrid coach didn't agree with that decision. But anyway, Steph Catley done well there. Joe says, could the ref abandon the game if the pitch inspection happens at half time? Well, no, the only way the game would get abandoned is if the weather gets a lot worse. And then, say, for example, the pitch becomes less playable, they could possibly abandon it then at that stage. But I don't know. I can't say. I mean, it's not going to get any better, is it? Because it hasn't stopped raining. But I don't think they'll abandon it somehow. I'm not sure. Riley Drills, how you doing? Riley says, hello, Rich, how are you? Very good, my friend. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm sure you're enjoying the fact that we're losing this game. But it's still early days yet. I'm not getting overly concerned at this moment. Real Madrid haven't really offered much. And the goal they got was obviously a mistake from us. And we've had one or two moments at the other end. So I'm fairly confident we can still get something from this game. Anyway, Steph Catley's ball's cut out. Mariona's trying to put the defence under pressure, but they play it well there, and it's gone off Leslie Russo for a throw to Real Madrid. We always knew this was going to be a tight game. We kind of felt it would be, and it has been, and it is. And I say the pitch and the conditions certainly aren't helping, are they? Riley says there, you can still win. They are bottlers. Well, we'll see. We're almost turning into bottlers ourselves, aren't we? Out of the FA Cup, out of the Subway Cup. We've been out of the WSL title race since pretty much game 3. And we're on the brink in the Champions League now as well. But there's lots of time left. And of course we can still win. I've got no doubt we can. You know, this ball comes in, it's headed out only as far as Leslie Russo, just on the edge of the box. And again, the ball got stuck under her feet. And so you do need to blame the pitch for things like that. You do, because the ball isn't rolling as you expect it to. And you can't get into your flow. And it is a factor. It's a factor. We're not using it as an excuse, but it's a factor. And we need to accept that it is a factor. Anyway, let's see. Riley says there, the pitch is a great equaliser. Also, Russo in the 10. What was Rene thinking with that one? Well, I don't know. I think she plays quite well there. And she did set up, create our best opportunity of this first half as well, with a lovely through ball. But Mariona seems a little bit wasted on this left-hand side. I say it doesn't help because that is the worst part of the pitch, although in the middle bit's not too great. In fact, over on that far side is not that great now either. Anyway, it's Real Madrid coming forward again with the goal scorer, Casado. Took it well. The Colombian, really good finish from her. But it was a terrible, terrible mistake by Leah Williamson to gift her the opportunity. Bongo Guna says, I mean, they look like the Spuds. They play like the Spuds. They bottle it like the Spuds. 3-1 win to Arsenal. Well, let's hope you're right, my friend. Let's hope you're right. It is a very Tottenham-like kit, isn't it, actually? You're right. Anyway, cross comes in from Real Madrid. A header as well, but that's going to be comfortable there for Manu Zinsberger. And we've played 38 minutes. It's been a very, very poor game, but we know the reason for that. We're not going to keep going on about the pitch, but that is the reason. And Arsenal have had one big chance, a couple of half chances maybe, and Real Madrid have taken the only chance that they've had, and they lead 1-0. Mariona on this near side. Briefly had a little bit of space, but the ball held up a little bit, so she's gone back to Katie McCabe again. Can Arsenal find an equaliser before half-time? That's a poor ball forward from Katie McCabe. And Real Madrid can play through the press. They've played this well, actually. They've knocked the ball around quite well at times, Real Madrid. They're not a bad side. They've got some good players, but obviously we should be able to beat them. Vicky says, Man City should have won the Subway Cup. They were a better team. Yeah, they had opportunities, didn't they? Especially once they got level. Riley says, hopefully no players get injured on this terrible pitch. Yeah, that's always a worry, isn't it? Always a worry. Terry says, I bet there is one girl on that pitch that ain't loving every minute of playing on a slashy pitch and the rain. I love it when I was growing up. No, I mean, to be honest with you, once you're into the game, you don't mind. But what I think they'll find frustrating is the fact that the ball's not doing what you want it to do or you expect it to do. And it becomes more and more difficult, doesn't it? I'm not saying I'm not enjoying it, but we shouldn't be really playing in a game like this, should we? Let's be honest, on this sort of surface. But anyway. The goalkeeper goes long up that far side for Real Madrid, trying to come forward again. See, they do knock the ball around well. They are a good side. And Casado over on that far side, she's got pace and she's got skill. She's having a run at Emily Fox. She gets into the penalty area. Emily Fox does win the ball. And then Kim Little helps her out, tidies up. And the ball there goes back to Leah Williamson. We're into the last 5 minutes of this first half. First half that hasn't been too great from an Arsenal perspective. One mistake at the back and one goal conceded. And now we've got a lot of work to do. Mariona Caldente on this near side plays the ball forward to Leslie Russo. Has it taken off her? And now Real Madrid in possession on this near side with Brun. And now Real Madrid go back to the goalkeeper, Rodriguez. Real Madrid just going to play it out from the back. I think that's a risky tactic on this pitch, personally. But anyway, 110 volts, intricate passes on the edge of the box. Can't work on this pitch. They might have to come up with a plan B indeed. Anyway, Real Madrid coming forward now. Caroline Weir tries to play that ball to Casado. Again, they got held up on the pitch, which didn't help Real Madrid on that particular occasion. So it's the same for both teams. Mariota's chasing after this ball up this near side. It goes back to the goalkeeper. You can see the water on the ball as it moves along the pitch. Riley says Emily Fox, what a player she is, but she didn't cover herself in too much glory for the Real Madrid goal, you have to say. But anyway, she is a great player. Vicky P says, I think that's why Cena started. Long ball may win this. Exactly, yeah. That's going to be. They're defending quite high Real Madrid. There's space in behind, and that's where Stina gets space, and that's where she's dangerous. So I can see that the reason for the tactic, it hasn't really worked enough in this first half, has it? Terry says, by the way, good evening, Richard, Greg, and Joe, and everybody in the chat. And yourself, my friend. It's been a strange evening so far, isn't it? Early kickoff. The weather here in Madrid is terrible. The pitch is terrible. The game's not been great. And Arsenal losing, so not really what we wanted or hoped for tonight, is it? Anyway, now this is looking a bit better. Mariona on this near side. No one's getting in the box, are they? We're slow to get in the box tonight. And that's gone behind for a corner to Arsenal. And you can see there's Mariona's chasing after that ball. And the player's just going for a slide as it goes out. It is quite funny, I suppose, but it's not really what we should be experiencing for Champions League football, is it? Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal. So hopefully we can maybe get a goal here. The corner's on this near side. Taken by Beth Mead to the edge of the 6-yard box. It goes all the way through. Oh, and any touch there from an Arsenal player may well have put it in. Not sure if Steph Catley got anything on that ball. I think it's just gone straight away through, is it? Steph Catley's claiming she was fouled by Leopold. I don't think she was. Anyway. It's a goal kick. And Real Madrid are now trying to come forward themselves. They've had one. In fact, I think there's only been 2 shots on target, one for each team. And there's been that one goal. Anyway, Steen's trying to get in here, but that ball again is going to run through to the goalkeeper, who's done pretty well, actually, the Real Madrid goalkeeper. She's not had much to do, but she's done all right. And says, evening, Rich, just here now. Good to see you, I hope you're doing well. Gret says there, so far, this has been the only Women's Champions League game that I've watched. Who doesn't use the strange framing and edge cutting between strange angles and random close-ups? Yeah, this looks all right, actually. It's much better camera work than we've had on the WSL YouTube channel, for example. I don't know whether you're watching it on what channel you're watching it on, but anyway, it's been all right. The coverage has been all right. It's just everything else has been a bit crap, really. And that ball was a bit crap as well, but Emily Fox had to cut it out over on that far side. We're into the last minute of the first half. There won't be much stoppage time, if any at all. There hasn't been any hold-ups in play, really, has there? There's been no injuries. There's no trainers have been on. Everyone's just got on with it. Arsenal coming forward now. Stina over on that far side does well. Holds off a defender. Again, she needs support. She's got 4, 5, 6 Real Madrid players around her. No Arsenal playing anywhere near her. And now Leslie Russo's won a free kick. And Arsenal got a chance at the end of this first half to try and get the ball into the box. Maybe create an opportunity. Right on half-time. Good time to score, isn't it? Just before half-time. They always say, don't they, it's a good time to score. It would be a good time to score, wouldn't it? Let's see if we can. It's going to be a free kick midway inside at the Real Madrid half. Kyra Cooney crosses lining it up. Katie McCabe is in there as well, around the ball. He's going to be Kyra with a ball in towards a penalty, headed out by Real Madrid. Comes to Marion on the edge of the box, touches it off. Shot comes in from Beth Mead. Oh, it's just wide. Oh, that's the closest we've come to a goal in this first half. Right as we move into stoppage time, the ball came down there. Mariona touched it off. Beth Mead hit it well, low along the floor on this pitch. That's the way to do it. Just going the wrong side of the post, though, wasn't it? And it was about a yard wide. But that was a good effort, that. And we finally look dangerous as we come down towards half time. There's going to be 1 minute of stoppage time. Vicky P says, Mido, indeed. Joe says, oh, it was close. It was. Miss Pigsot says, dang. Ryan says, no hold-ups, just the ball. Yeah, exactly. There's been no hold-ups in the game. Cara Cooney cross now, bringing the ball forward. Rolls it in to Stina on this near side. The defenders put their arms up, and it is offside. The ball needed to be played a little bit earlier there. Oh, it was very close, actually, wasn't it? It was very close. Arsenal won't really get enough bodies in the box. Anyway, the half-time whistle's gone now. And it is Real Madrid 1, Arsenal 0 at the break. And it was a goal there, well-taken goal it was from Linda Casado. Mistake at the back from Leah Williamson, but she took it well, the Colombian. And that's the difference between these sides at the break. Joe says, who's gone off? No one's gone off. It looks like 40 might be coming on at half time, but nobody's gone off as yet. What have I missed? We haven't really missed too much. I don't know if you saw the goal from Real Madrid, but it's raining still. The pitch is terrible. Matthew says Stina needs to work on the offside awareness. Yeah, I would say sometimes she's trying to get a yard on the defender, isn't she? Sometimes the ball's not played quickly enough, and that doesn't help. I thought that last one there, Kyra could have knocked the ball in a little bit quicker. And then she may well have been onside, but the angle would have been tight anyway, and there was no one making a run into the box. And that's been the problem. We're not getting enough people in the box, are we? Terry says, is it time to upmed Rene? Yeah, or still too early? I think it's still too early, if I'm honest. But anyway, let's see. Duncan says, second half, bring on Caitlin, for God's sake, in place of Stina. Well, not necessarily in place of Stina, but yeah, I'd like to see Caitlin coming on. Joe says, I'd like to see Casado in red and white next season. Yeah, she looks a good player. LG says, we are playing our ball yet again, system-based, robotic, terroristic football. Well, it's not quite as bad as Arteta ball, I don't think, but it hasn't been great. And if we're going to get through this game tonight, if we're going to get through this tie, we are going to have to play a hell of a lot better. There's no question about that. The ball possession, 54% to Madrid, 46% to Arsenal. 1 attempt on target for each team. Arsenal have had 4 in total to Real Madrid's 2. We've had 3 corners to Real Madrid's none. We've run more kilometres than them. When you look at the stats, you have to say probably 0-0 would probably be a fair result, a fair scoreline at this point. But, you know, we made a mistake. And I say at this level, you pay. And we have paid. Frederick says, so does her co-players. Timing the ball needs to be played. Exactly. Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's definitely true. And he says, can't see anyone in the chat. No, there's loads in the chat. There's loads. Ryan says, I think Renee will be staying for the moment, but she's got to sort things out in the summer. Yeah, I mean, they've given her a contract, haven't they, until the end of next season. So I would imagine she's going to stay until the end of next season, barring some total disaster. Joe says, to be honest, I'm not worried. I think Arsenal will nail them at the Emirates. Well, I still think we'll get a goal or 2 tonight, actually. I still think we will. But we're going to have to play better than that, obviously. But no, you're right. I mean, I think at the Emirates, on a good pitch, I think we will hammer them. You're right. But we need to stay in the tie, don't we, tonight first? We need to keep ourselves in it. LG says, everyone would have prayed to get Madrid at this stage, and we're squandering the opportunity. Yeah, but we're only a quarter of the way through, aren't we? We're only a quarter of the way through. I think it's a little bit early to be panicking. You know, we've seen it so many times, you know. This is a 2-legged tie. We're at half-time in the first leg. It hasn't been great, but I've seen nothing from that first half from Real Madrid to suggest that they've got any chance of of doing anything at the Emirates. And I think even if we lose this game 1-0 tonight, I still think that we've got, we still got a great chance to go through next week. So I'm not overly worried. If we lose 2-0 tonight, I would be worried then. But let's see. I'm sure we'll score a goal in the second half. Pretty sure we will. Matthew says, the players can show initiative and improvise if they want. Arteta says that the players say that, but saying and doing are two different things. Well, I think in under Arteta, I don't think that the players are allowed to express themselves. Honestly, I don't. I mean, there was something that we saw. I don't know if you watched the Carabao Cup final. Newcastle were 2-0 up in the second half, and Dan Burn, the central defender, won the ball and made a run up the pitch and ended up in the Liverpool penalty area, and Liverpool lost the ball. Now, our defenders wouldn't do that in open play because they're not ever told to, and they know they can't just go and express themselves. And that's why we'll always be restricted. We'll always be restricted because we've got to play a restricted style of football. And I don't see the same thing with the women's team so much. I do think the women have got a little bit more freedom to express themselves a bit more. So, but at the moment, the last few games, it's not really quite happening, is it? Terry says, it's funny how recently the pitches in the women's game have been crap, yet the pitches for the men's game are perfect. Just the men's teams are crap. Well, no, I mean, yeah, you're right, actually. It's funny that, isn't it? It is funny that, isn't it, that, the pitches for the women's teams have been terrible. I mean, the Subway Cup final was played at a championship ground, wasn't it? Derby County's Pride Park. Do they play on a pitch like that every week? Is it normally that bad? I don't know. I don't really watch the championship. Obviously, Derby used to be in the Premier League, and I remember their pitch was always okay, wasn't it? Matthew says, they say in their interviews, we saw Calafiore doing it. Well, Calafiore did it when we were 6-1 up or something, didn't he? Matthew says, that narrative really bugs me. I just think it's the way it is, isn't it? And says, sorry, lovelies, can only see comments when Rich puts them on the screen. Oh, I don't know why you can't see it on the actual thing. I'm trying to put them all on if I can. Greg says, our passing is woeful. Someone's got to put their foot on the ball. Well, yeah, but it's difficult to put your foot on the ball when your foot's sinking in the mud, quite honestly. Ryan says, yeah, quarter way through. It is, yeah. LG says, Mead anonymous. Well, she was, but she nearly scored there, didn't she, at the end? So it only takes like one moment, doesn't it? When you've got quality will eventually shine through, I think. So let's hope that quality will shine through for us in this second half, because I say a 1-1 draw would do. I wouldn't be that bothered. I'll take a 1-1 draw. I'm sure we all would. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, not a great first half. There's no doubt it wasn't a great first half, was it, at all? In fact, it was really poor. But it is only a quarter of the way through. There's loads of time. And we've still got 90 minutes at the Emirates to come, which I'm sure we can, if we need to, turn it around. But we shall see. Matthew says, yeah, it's looking like a 1-1 draw. Yeah, I kind of got that feeling now. It might well be a 1-1 draw. And I think we'll take a 1-1 draw, won't we? I said that before the start. A draw is fine, isn't it? Because a draw puts us with a great chance at home to finish the job. I say even if we lose 1-0, even if it finishes 1-0, I'd still be fairly confident we'll still go through. When you remember what happened against Bayern Munich a couple of years ago, we were 1-0 down from the first leg and won 2-0 at home, didn't we? I'm sure we can do the same again. Duncan says, rather lose tonight than Saturday night like last season. That's an interesting one, isn't it? I mean, yes, we've got a second leg to come. If we do lose, we've got a second go at it next week. Whereas the Liverpool game on Saturday, we don't get a second go at that, do we? That'll be 3 points down the drain in our race for the top 3. We've got a little bit of a cushion on Man City, but we can't afford to lose too many games. Would I rather lose tonight? No, I don't think I'd rather lose. I'd rather not lose any of them. I'd rather win tonight and win on Saturday. But I don't know. I suppose a 1-0 defeat here wouldn't be the end of the world with the second leg to come, whereas a 1-0 defeat on Saturday against Liverpool could be really crucial, couldn't it? Under 10 volts, I'm not sure I'd risk pull over tonight. No, not on this pitch. Absolutely not. Greg says we've got some really good attacking players to come on, so not worried yet. No, I'm not worried yet. I wasn't really worried anyway. I'd be worried if we were 2-0 down and maybe we lose 2-0 tonight. I'll be worried next week because that's a big ask against anyone to win 3-0 in the Champions League knockout game. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens in the second half. I'm sure we'll be better than we were in that first half. I'm sure we'll see 1 or 2 changes, either personnel-wise or tactically. I'm sure we will, because that wasn't really good enough, was it? Nowhere near the level that you need in the Champions League knockout stage to go through. But anyway, let's see what happens in this second half. It's a big second half to come. But I'm confident we can still do it. I'm not worried. So let's see what is going to happen. So I'm just checking a few messages. So, yeah, big second half to come. It's going to be good. Let's see. Matthew says, can't risk blow over on that pitch. Correct. Yeah, absolutely. Greg says, surely the weather conditions should favour us rather than Madrid. Well, you'd imagine so, wouldn't you? We must be used to playing in weather like this a lot more often than they are. Matthew says, I saw a nice Wonga training. What's up with her? Not sure. She's on the bench. Duncan says, confident and optimistic. You are alike. Well, yeah, we're going to need to try and be, don't we? Terry says, we need to get more support up front for Steen in the second half. Yeah, we do. Yeah, absolutely. Every time she's had the ball, she's isolated. There was a couple of times when she's looking around, desperate for some help. And she's got 4 or 5 Madrid players around her. What's she meant to do? Do you know what I mean? What is she meant to do? Yeah, we need to get more. We need to commit more players forward. And I know it's risky when you're 1-0 down. Joe says Ford Kelly on at 60 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I think Kelly will definitely come on, and probably Fordy as well. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. And maybe we need something a little bit different, don't we, now going into this game in the second half, because that first half wasn't happening for us, was it? It just wasn't happening for us at all. But let's see. I say there's still plenty of time. Let's not panic quite yet. I'm sure we'll improve in the second half. And I say 1 goal here, get back to make it 1-1. We'll take that, won't we? We will take that all day long. Even though the performance hasn't been brilliant so far, we can still do it. We can still do it. LG says, are you watching the Bayern Lyon game after this? I'll probably watch bits of it. Yeah, I'll have some stuff to do. I need some food and whatever. But yeah, I will probably watch as much of it as I can. Probably watch it on my phone actually while I'm eating my dinner and that later. But yeah, it's a few subs warming up on the pitch here for Arsenal. We'll probably put Amanda Illistat on up front, won't we? That's probably what we'll do. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? For the last 5 minutes. It looks like there's a sub there coming on. Who's that? There's a sub warming up on the pitch, ready to come on in the kit and that. Is that Foley? Can't really see from here. No, it isn't, is it? Well, no, Foley's got a tracksuit top on, with a sort of training top. Oh, it's Chloe Kelly. Looks like Chloe Kelly is definitely coming on then. She's all stripped, ready to come on. Foley doesn't look as though she's quite ready to come on yet, but certainly Chloe Kelly is having a good warm up out there on the pitch. Who's she coming on for? Will it be Beth Mead? Didn't play well in that first half. Will it be Stina to play Russo through the middle? Put Chloe Kelly on the wing? I don't know. Move Mariona more centrally. Matthew says Kelly in the team shirt already. Yeah, she's definitely coming on. Chloe Kelly is. Anyway, the Real Madrid team. Talking about Bayern Munich, the Real Madrid team are just coming back out again for this second half, and Chloe Kelly is definitely coming on at half time. She's going through quite a vigorous warm up to get herself ready. Lots of umbrellas in the crowd. It doesn't look as though there's a lot of shelter in terms of roof and that in the stadium either, which doesn't help. So it doesn't help the fans anyway. All the fans out there are not in their seats. They're all crowding under the only sheltered bit there is at the back. Anyway, Fordy's doing quite a big warm-up as well, so maybe she's going to come on as well. Well, is there going to be 2 subs at half-time? Well, that would be something quite extraordinary, wouldn't it? We're just about to find out because the second half will be starting very, very soon. You got the begging little signs there for shirts, which I don't like to see. Anyway, the teams are coming back out, having a little warm-up again before the start of the second half. Looks like Real Madrid in particular have got a load of new shirts on because they look dry and clean, unlike the shirts they were wearing in the first half. We're going to try and find out who's gone off. They're not really showing the Arsenal team yet, so it's difficult to tell. It's going to be either Beth or Stina, isn't it? Let's be honest. It'll be one of those two. But let's see. Wayne says Real Madrid's got their own stadium for the women. Then I'm guessing similar to the City women's team with the Joy Stadium. Yeah, I would say so, yeah. It's looking that way. So Fordy's on. I can't see Chloe Kelly. Oh, Chloe Kelly's there as well. I've got a feeling Beth Mead and Stina have gone off. That's what it looks like. So that experiment didn't work, did it? So it looks like Fordy's going to probably play on the left. Chloe Kelly's going to play on the right. Mariona's going to drop into the number 10. And, yeah. And obviously Leslie Russo's number 9. Can't take Leslie Russo off, can we? Even though she did nothing in that first half either. Can't take her off, can you? Just take Stina off. She's become the scapegoat of this team now. I think that's, I think that's unfair. You want to change the shape of the team a little bit? Yeah, fair enough. I agree. Something needed to change. But why would it be Stina you take off when Leslie Russo did nothing in that first half? She kept falling over, giving the ball away, contributed nothing. At least Stina was a threat running in behind, had their only chance of the game. I don't know. I think I'm not happy with that decision, and I think that might end up costing us. Anyway, that goal kick wasn't great, was it? There seems to be a bit of wind as well, which isn't helping. Anyway, Katie McKay plays the ball up that far side. Caitlin falls first. Involvement. Tries to find Mariona. Mariona does well, actually, over on that far side. I'm sure that end of the pitch is better. LG says Stina off finally. Russo is the undisputed 9 of the team. Well, she's not there, is she? She just plays every week because the manager's too frightened to take her off. It's the only reason. She was rubbish in that first half. Absolute rubbish. She was rubbish on last week. She was rubbish against Liverpool. She was rubbish the game before. So I don't know. I don't know. I just what I'm wondering is last season Stina was on the bench most of the time and she still outscored Leslie Russo, who played every single match. How did she do that? How did that happen? If Russo's an undisputed number 9, yet she was outscored by a sub last season. Anyway, Matthew says with Kelly and Ford we'll get more energy aggression. No, I agree. I don't think bringing those two on is the problem at all. What's going to happen now is Leslie Russo is going to be up front and she's going to get a lot more support because Kelly and Fordy are going to support her. Stina got no support whatsoever. She was running all on her own, no one near her. So I'm happy with the 2 players that's come on and I think they'll make a difference, but it shouldn't have been Stina that went off. Anyway, Mariona now bringing the ball forward. And that's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. We've played 2.5 minutes of the second half. Again, it's quite scrappy. LG says Russo is a better striker, better finisher, and better player. She blows Stina out of the wall. Well, how did Stina score more goals in her last season then? When Russo started every single game and Stina started about 14. How did Stina score more goals than her? Explain that to me. If Russo's a better striker, a better number 9, how did Stina score more goals than her when she played a fraction of the minutes on the pitch? Explain that to me, because I'm interested to know. Wyatt says we'll put Illister up front. We probably will do, yeah. If Alessia Russo on his near side, can't get the cross in again because it's blocked. And now Real Madrid can come forward. But Emily Fox wins the ball back. Now Steph Catley's going to play it back to Manu Zinsberger. It's still Real Madrid 1, Arsenal 0. Not good at all. Greg said it was Russo who put the ball through. And well, yeah, but she had one chance. No striker scores every chance they get, do they? And LG said exactly. It was Russo. It was the Russo played Stina through. Yeah, she had one chance in the first half, and she got it on target. It was a good save. What more do you want her to do? You show me a striker that scores every chance they get, because you won't find one. Greg says Stina scored her goals in the League Cup against. Yeah, she scored against Chelsea in the final. They're a rubbish team. She scored in the semi-final against someone who was a good team. She scored against. She scored in 2 legs against Wolfsburg in the Champions League. She scored against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. LG says Russo would have buried that. I don't think she would have done. There's no evidence to suggest that at all. A little cubby says, "I love Stina." Yeah, of course. We should all love Stina because she's brilliant. Every single team in the world would want Stina in their squad, even if she's not playing every week as an option from the bench. No one's got a second striker as good as her. There isn't a team in the world that's got a better second striker than her. In fact, I would play her more as the first striker personally. But anyway, it's a free kick to Arsenal over on the far side, about midway inside the Real Madrid half. Referees having a chat there. LG says, I bet if Stina leaves, his channel will be closed. Yeah, it will. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, Kyra Cooney Cross is going to take this free kick over on the far side. We played 6 minutes of the second half. Arsenal needing a goal. Kyra Cooney Cross is open to provide it. Oh, it was a poor free kick though, wasn't it? Headed out. So you can't blame the pitch for that, can you? It was just a poor ball. And that's been the story. And that's another poor ball there as well. And Real Madrid picking it up. And now they're looking to come forward again with the speedy Casado got the goal. She's got clear of Emily Fox again. Casado in the box. This is dangerous. Actually, Fox done well to get back. And Arsenal do manage to clear the danger there. Wow, that was very, very close to an opportunity there for Real Madrid to get a second goal. And there you go. Well, Miss Pinkle said, I like Stina, but feel Russo. No, Russo is a better all-round player, and I don't think there's any dispute about that. And that's why it works when they both play together, because Russo can do her thing, and then Stina can get the opportunities in the penalty area, which is what she's good at. Anyway, Mariona finds Chloe Kelly on this near side. Not really got in the game yet, Chloe Kelly. Now she will. Cross comes in. It's deflected. Oh, the goalkeeper dropped it, actually. And Fordy came in and turned away, and as she carried on going, she might have been able to get on the end of it because the goalkeeper dropped the ball. Anyway, Mitch Pixot says, Foxy, yeah, she did well there, actually. Matthew says she tried to buy a penalty. She did try to buy a penalty, yeah. I mean, she got past Foxy first. I mean, the pace there. But Foxy stuck at it. And then, of course, when she tried to cut back inside, that was when Foxy just took the ball off her with a great tackle. And that's a dive, actually, isn't it, when you see the replay? Christ. She didn't touch her, did she? She does look a good player, though. Matthew says, wet ball, you shoot. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why she didn't shoot it. Yeah, you're right. She absolutely should have done. Women just coming forward again. They're looking a bit more dangerous here now. Last few minutes. Again, Casado's in the box. The cross comes in. Casado's going to get there. Manu manages to clear it away just. And Emily Fox can just about deflect it away. That was another difficult moment at the back there for Arsenal. And now we've got a counter-attacking opportunity. Mariona bringing the ball forward. Leslie Russo's offside, so don't play it to her. It goes instead out to that far side to Caitlin Ford. Cuts in field. Shots deflected into the arms of the goalkeeper. Suddenly, though, the game's opening up a bit more now, isn't it? There's now been opportunities at both ends at the start of the second half. And Arsenal looking to try and get back on level terms. Miss Pinksock says, Manu, yikes. Yeah, that was a little bit of a scary moment, wasn't it? She just pushed the ball out rather than held it. But Arsenal did scramble it away. No drama. Anyway, Leah Williams just giving the ball away again. And Real Madrid coming forward. The ball chipped over the top, looking for Caroline Weir. It's going to run behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. They just showed an earlier opportunity there. A low cross. If Casado had got a touch on that, it would have probably been 2-0. She couldn't quite get there. There was a good ball in. Manu at full stretch. Couldn't really get much on it, actually. And in the end, Emily Fox and Kim Little had to help her out. Leah Williamson now in possession, plays the ball forward, flicked on by Kim Little, but it's given away. Mariona, so it's given away though. Real Madrid are having a good spell here actually in the second half. We have to dig in here. Casado again on his near side, looking dangerous. Slips the ball in the field, looking for Caroline Weir, but again, Emily Fox is there to tidy that up. Chips the ball forward to Mariona. Does well, Mariona. Again, we've got nobody forward. We've got nobody forward at all. Anyway, Chloe Kelly now plays the ball out to that far side to Caitlin Ford. That's a good ball. Caitlin Ford one-on-one with a defender. Can she get past and get a shot away? Tries to thread it into Leslie Russo. It's deflected. Why don't she just try a shot? In the end, Real Madrid can clear it away. We didn't make the most of that, did we? Greg says, where's our midfield? There's massive gaps there. Yeah, there is, yeah. We didn't make the most of that, though, did we, really? Caitlin, for why didn't she have a shot? Just what you've got to... Surely you get to the edge of the box there, you've got to try a shot, haven't you? She didn't, and it's a free kick, actually, now over on that far side to Real Madrid. It was Kyra Cooney-Cross with a foul. 10 minutes of the second half gone. We've not really looked like getting back on level terms, have we? You have to say. That free kick's chipped forward. And Real Madrid are definitely in control of this game at the moment, but Arsenal just win the ball back with Kim Little. Now it's with Leah Williamson, touches it off to Steph Catley, gets it back. Leah Williamson, midway inside the Arsenal half, chips the ball out to that far side. That ball's played forward there for Leslie Russo, gets it out to the far side to Caitlin Ford. Real Madrid are claiming offside, it isn't. Caitlin Ford plays it on to Mariona. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in. It's headed out. It comes to Chloe Kelly. She got a touch there. Couldn't quite get her foot around it to get a shot away. Touches it back instead. In fact, is the flag up for offside? It looks like it is. In fact, I think it went off. I think it went up against Caitlin Ford. And she was offside looking at that as well. And in the end, they just showed a few players slipping and sliding in the mud. Some of that was in the first half, actually. Anyway, Real Madrid are coming forward now over on the far side. It is going to be a throw to Arsenal. Well, the substitutions haven't really made much difference, have they? Because we still haven't really, we're not creating anything. We're not passing the ball particularly well. We're not taking shots. And Real Madrid have probably been the better team. I didn't think they were in the first half, particularly. They wasn't, but the second half they've been the better team. LG says the next goal will be the most important one in this tie. I don't see us hammering Real Madrid at the Emirates. I think on a better pitch, it's going to be a totally different game. They're going to if they're going to defend us high at the Emirates, then they'll get taken to pieces, I think. Anyway, Arsenal are coming forward now. Over on the far side, Katie McCabe finds Caitlin Ford. Still not many bodies in the box. Now we've got a chance here. Katie McCabe's cross deflected. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. And it was a good deflection there, actually, by Mendes. And Real Madrid defended pretty well, but we've lacked quality, really, haven't we? Anyway, it is a corner, though, so we've got an opportunity here. It's going to be Chloe Kelly going across to take it. Chloe Kelly's going to take this corner. We're coming up towards the hour mark, 58.5 minutes. Be a good time to score, wouldn't it? Chloe Kelly floats his corner into the 6-yard box, headed up, not really away. Caitlin Ford can't get it under control, and it's booted out by Real Madrid again. And it's going to be another throw to Arsenal. Leah Williamson is trotting back to her defensive duties. Thrown over on that far side, headed away by Real Madrid, who done well there actually, and they won a free kick. Lissy Russo there, a little bit too physical there. And it's a free kick to Real Madrid. Leah Williamson now in control. There's a Real Madrid player down actually in the mud. Not sure who it is. There seems to be some concern there. We had a feeling, didn't we, there could be an injury, and that looks to be a serious one. As the trainer comes on, it's Leopold's, a former Chelsea player, who's gone down. And this doesn't look too good, actually, does it? Not sure what happened, actually. She just seemed to kick the ground, actually, when she kicked the ball. Is that what's happened? Oh, it's a knee. She kicked the ball and in her knee, she's grabbed her knee. That doesn't look good at all, does it? That does not look good at all for Leopold. And she's holding her knee. And she's back on her feet again, which looks good. But I think her day's over. She's in a lot of pain, and it could be her season over, could it? 110 volts says that's an AC. There's an ACL. It might be. We don't want to think it is. Matthew said she kicked the ground. Yeah, I think she did. And then obviously she twisted her knee or something, hasn't she? Miss Pinks says player looks in pain. Yeah, she's in a lot of pain. She's going off for the time being. Anyway, is she going to be able to play on? I'm not sure. Terry says Renee has got that. I ain't got a clue what to do. Look on her face. Yes, she has a little bit. Yeah. Who is down? It was Leopold's for Real Madrid. But anyway, the game carries on. Real currently down to 10 players. Can Arsenal make the most of it? Leslie Russo over on that far side plays the ball back to Mariona. Now it's with Caitlin Ford. She's done well. Caitlin Ford cuts in field. Can she get the shot away? Finds a run into the box. There, Chloe Kelly. She does get the shot. It's blocked. It's a good block actually from Lacra. And it is going to be a corner now to Arsenal. That was better there. Chloe Kelly managed to get the shot away. It was deflected behind. Matthew says, again, it doesn't matter what face the coach has. The players have to find a way with quality or innovative. Well, no, you're right, and they do. But anyway, there's going to be a sub now for Real Madrid. It is Leopold going off. Anyway, the corner comes in, it's headed out, comes to the edge of the box. Kyra's shot. Blocked again. Leah Williamson touches the ball back to Emily Fox. LG said, at least you're not one of Emily Fox says, at least you're not one of our players. We've suffered a lot of those areas. Well, we have. We don't want to see it happen to anybody, really, though, do we? But anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Good play from Caitlin Ford. She's done well since she's come on, but she runs into trouble there, loses the ball. And it's going to be a throw to Arsenal over on the far side. It's a bit better though, this, isn't it? Last 5-10 minutes have been better from Arsenal. And now they're making the substitution. So it is Leopold's going off. And it's number 36 coming on, which is Iruna. And Leopold's, that doesn't look good for her, does it, at all? She limps away. And, yeah, they've made that substitution. Bongo Guna says, we will score any minute. Well, we might do. Anyway, let's have a look and see. Leah Williamson plays the ball up this near side, looking for Emily Fox, but cut out. And now Real Madrid can bring the ball forward with Casado. It's going to be a throw to Real Madrid. They just need to reorganise a little bit, don't they, with that substitution in midfield for them following an injury to Leopold's. Melanie Leopold, I hope she's going to be okay, of course. And was that the pitch blamed for that a little bit? You know, she kicked the ground when she went to clear the ball. And obviously it's damaged her knee, but anyway. Here's a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. We're coming up to the midway point in this second half. Arsenal trying to find this equaliser. Chloe Kelly there gives the ball away. And it's going to be a throw. And Leopold's limping away over on this near side. Never a nice sight, is it? Under 10 volts says there, by the way, Chloe Lacasse is out for the season with an ACL. Still have lots of love for her. Yeah, I heard about her ACL. Yeah, it is a shame. Yeah, she was great, wasn't she, Chloe Lacasse? We loved her, didn't we? Greg says all these players have played Euros and World Cups, but look frightened to attack this game. No, you're right, they do. I don't know what's going on. It's a terrible. This is, you know, we saw the Liverpool game in the FA Cup, a couple of weeks ago. That was really poor. This has been really poor, you know, and these are the games that matter, aren't they? The cup games, the only competitions that we could win, and we can't pass the ball to each other. And yes, there was a poor pitch on both of those games. There was, but as Matthew rightly said, we can't use it as an excuse. Not really. The players have got to do more. They've got to do better. Anyway. There's still time. There's still a second leg to come, of course. Let's not forget that. Terry says, you would have thought the medics would have helped her walk off that way. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't, but anyway, she was limping away, and let's hope it hasn't made the injury worse. You know, Real Madrid in possession again. They'll be quite happy to keep the ball here, won't they, as we do reach the final 25 minutes here in Madrid. Real 1, Arsenal 0. And it hasn't been a very good performance at all, has it? From Arsenal, it's been disjointed. We haven't been able to really string two passes together, not in the final third. And it's another performance that's not been good enough. Anyway, it's a throw to Real Madrid over on that far side. Chloe Kelly hasn't really made much impact yet in this game. Anyway, to throw up that far side. Does it go out again? It does this time. It's a throw to Arsenal. Kate McCabe takes it quickly, finds Steph Catley. Can Arsenal find a bit of quality in these final 25 minutes and at least take a draw back to the Emirates next week? Ryan said, need an electric scooter for going off, but probably get stuck in the mud. Well, just a stretcher would do, wouldn't it? An old-fashioned stretcher that they always used to use. I don't know what's wrong with that. They could have just took it off. But anyway, she has finally got herself off the pitch. Now, Katie McCabe on this near side plays the ball forward to Mariona, touches it back. That ball's played through there by Chloe Kelly looking for Leslie Russo, but Real Madrid clear it away. And now Casado is going to have a run, and that's one thing she's very good at. Anyway, Leah Williamson comes across this time and sorts that out, and then plays the ball up the line to Caitlin Ford. He's going to deflect here to Leslie Russo. Tries to thread the ball through to Chloe Kelly. Oh, Chloe Kelly's brought down. Is that a penalty? Oh, the referee says no. Surely she was caught there, Chloe Kelly. Looked like she was just clipped as she ran into the penalty area. Referee was having none of it. And now Real Madrid on a counter-attack. I want to have a look at that again. That did look like it may well have been a penalty. Matthew says no pen. Well, it wasn't given. I'm not sure if it wasn't a pen. I need to look at it again. It looked like she just got clipped. It did look like she did. Anyway, we're going to see a replay, I'm sure. Real Madrid coming forward now. Shot from distance. Good save from Manu. It's come back out, though, to Brun. And it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. Katie McCabe saying that she dived. That was a good shot there from Caroline Weir, actually. And Manu Zinberg had to make the save, and she did. And then Brun's gone down under a challenge there from Katie McCabe. That's not a penalty, that one, for definite. But anyway, they're going to show this one again. Chloe Kelly. Oh, I don't know, I'm not sure. She's got the wrong side of her there. I know she got a foot on the ball, to be fair, the defender. She did get a foot on the ball just there. It was a good tackle. It wasn't a dive. It was just a good tackle. Chloe Kelly again over on that far side has won a corner for Arsenal. The one thing about Chloe Kelly you have to say, Leah Volti's come on actually while all that was happening. I'm assuming it's Kim Little that's gone off, but I can't confirm that. Oh, it's Kyra Cooney-Cross has gone off. So we've got Leah Volti and Kim Little as our midfield defensive pivot when we're losing 1-0. Anyway, this corner is going to come in over on that far side. Whipped in towards the near post. Headed out low by Real Madrid. That was by Brun. They've defended well, actually. They've just given the ball away. Kim Little touches out to the far side. Chloe Kelly, Mariona puts a cross in. It's deflected. Oh, good save. Oh, and it falls just behind Leslie Russo. He's going to try and retrieve the ball now. And she's won another corner for Arsenal. In fact, it's given us a goal kick, is it? It is giving us a goal kick. Wow, I thought that was a corner, that. Anyway, Scott says, yeah, she just fell over. Well, I won't say she fell over. I thought that the tackle came in and she'd gone down under the tackle, which was fine. It wasn't a penalty. It was she got the ball, the defender, which is good. But not good from our perspective, obviously. Anyway, Arsenal won the ball again. So a little bit more determination now. But that ball over on that far side, is Mariona going to get there? She is. Can she whip it in? Not a great cross. It's going to come back out to Caitlin Ford. She whips it in towards the near post. The goalkeeper pushed it out. Chloe Kelly couldn't get there. This is much better from Arsenal. You can sense a moment's coming here. Ball still on the edge of the box. Chloe Kelly can't get it across. And in the end, it's cleared away. And again, it's Casado leading the charge. Matthew says, Walty on. Yeah, Vicky says, outside the box anyway. Well, it's probably right on the line, wasn't it? Joe says, why isn't there VAR in a quarterfinal? I don't know. I thought there was, actually, but obviously not, unless it can only be in the big stadium. It'd be funny if they had it next week, wouldn't it? When we're in our game and we get goals disallowed because we've got something. Anyway, I'm sure they can't have it if it's in one leg and not the second leg. Real Madrid have got a free kick. That was slightly better from Arsenal, though, wasn't it? We showed a little bit more determination in that final third. And one or two little moments. Again, we haven't really had a big chance. There's another player gone down. Again, it's a Real Madrid player. Again, it's a knee problem. They're making some substitutions anyway now. And there's another injury here. And Emily Fox has come across as she carrying an injury as well. She was carrying a bit of an injury before the game started. Renee looks a little bit concerned whether Emily Fox is going to be able to continue. It's all right, though. We've got Lena Hurtig to play right back. We'll be fine. LG says, why are we allergic to taking shots? Yeah, that is a good question. I do not know. Anyway, Fella's coming on. Naomi Fella and Afino Del Castro as well. So they're making some more changes here, Real Madrid. Not sure who's going off. Anyway, Is it going to be it's a free kick, isn't it, to Real Madrid? I think that was what it was before all that happened. And they are going to make these substitutions, you feel. Matthew says, Volti and Kim are allergic to shooting. It seems that way. It does seem that way. Scott says, Bayern v Leon. Who do you think will win that tie? Leon, probably, overall. Real Madrid are making the change now. And it is Carla Brun who's going off. Signe Brun, sorry, who's going off. And Linda Casado's going off as well, the goal scorer. She's been a threat, hasn't she? Joe says, "Oh, you fancy Bayern, do you?" I don't know. I think Leon probably will sneak that one. It's going to be a tight game as well, isn't it? So anyway, Naomi Fella's come on, and Signe Brun's gone off. She certainly put herself about tonight, didn't she? Matthew says, "Oh no, more speedsters coming on." Yeah. Vicky says Leon are favourites. Yeah, they probably are slight favourites. I don't think there'll be much in that game. A bit like our one and this one. There's not going to be much. There hasn't been much in this game tonight. I don't think there'll be much in it next week. And it'll be the same with those two games. I think that they'll both be pretty tight games. But I think Leon will probably just about sneak it. But we'll see. Who knows? I'm more worried about us at the minute. Can we get through? That's the problem at the minute, isn't it? Because we don't really look like we're going to score, do we? We've had a few nearly kind of iffy moments, but Greg says, "Who cares? We've got to get through first." No, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm more worried about us than who might win the other one. And certainly, if we get knocked out, I don't really care who goes through. Scott says, "I think Barca smashed Wolfsburg." Yeah, I think they probably will. I don't think there's much doubt about that one. Emily Fox has just been fouled on the worst side of the pitch, on this near side. And also taking a free kick quickly. Leslie Russo nips in, touches the ball back to Leah Williamson. We're into the last 15 minutes here in Madrid. Still Real 1, Arsenal 0. Can we find a goal? And that's a poor ball again from Leslie Russo, trying to get Chloe Kelly. It's gone straight out for a throw to Real Madrid. Big 15 minutes to come here, you feel, for Arsenal. Can we get the equaliser? Scott says his pitch is awful, to be fair. It's a shocker, absolute shocker. There's no doubt. Anyway, all Real Madrid there, back pass could have caused a few problems, but it's in the end okay for them. And they can now come forward themselves over on that far side. Ball played forward. And the last thing we want to do is concede a second goal, because that would be a real big problem for next week, wouldn't it? Leah Williams was back there, clears it away. Not a great clearance. She's been sloppy tonight, Leo. It's her fault for the goal, of course. Completely missed the ball through the middle. Gave Casado the opportunity to score, and that's the difference so far in this quarter-final. Real Madrid threatening a second goal here. But Leah Volti does well. But Real Madrid have kept the ball on the edge of the penalty area. And it's, I thought it was going to be a free kick, but it's not. It's gone back to Manu Zinsberg, and we play on. Terry says, "We're playing like we've gone to a gunfight and forgot to take the bullets." Yeah, it seems a bit like that, doesn't it? We do seem very, very lightweight up front, lacking ideas, lacking. I don't know what it is really. The substitutions haven't really made a lot of difference. Let's be honest. Chloe Kelly and Caitlin Ford have played okay, actually, but it hasn't really made any difference, has it? It's not much different to the first half, really. Slightly more open game, I suppose. You tend to get that in the second half of games, don't you? Anyway, Arsenal trying to come forward now. Marion over on that far side. It's going to be the moment. Cross comes in, headed out again though by Real Madrid. But Katie McCabe there. There's a handball inside the box. 110 volts says could give Rosa a run out. Why not? Well, I don't know. I just think that maybe, I don't know. Has she got what we need to get something out of this game? I'm not sure. But anyway, we haven't changed too much, have we, since we made those substitutions at half time? We're into the last 13 minutes. We're still losing 1-0. And although a 1-0 defeat isn't the end of the world in a two-leg tie with a home leg to come, we want to try and at least get a draw here, don't we? Oh, and we just lost out the ball over on that far side. And suddenly Real Madrid could be in again. A cross comes in. Leah Williamson's there. It's a rather sliced clearance. And Manu Zinsberg has to punch it. And Arsenal looking all at 6s and 7s at the back. Ball comes to the edge of the box. And Real Madrid threatening a second goal. And if they get one, you do feel as though it's going to be very difficult next week. Ball played into the box. And Leah Williamson this time does get it clear. Now Mariona. And can Arsenal find an equaliser? Marion over on that far side. Plays the ball up the line. That's a good ball to Caitlin Ford. It's just going to be the moment. Chloe Kelly's loitering on the edge of the penalty area. Which it can be found. And again, the ball's delayed too long. Real Madrid are giving it straight back to us. Emily Fox now plays up this near side to Chloe Kelly. Emily Fox gets it back. Finds Chloe Kelly again on this near touchline. Touches it back to Leah Williamson. She looks like she's going to line up across. She beats a player now. She finds Chloe Kelly again. Can she get the cross in? She does. It's deflected behind. It is going to be a corner to Arsenal. LG says that handball sums up our night. Yeah, it does a little bit. Scott says this might sound silly, but I think McCabe should go to midfield in the pivot. The midfield is getting walked through, plus McCabe can shoot from deep. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. Jimmy says have to shoot. Yeah, well, if you don't shoot, you don't score, yeah. Simple as that. You have to try a shot, and you never know what can happen. And yeah, there's a bit of pushing and shoving inside the penalty area there. The referees are cross, not happy with that. And it is a corner to Arsenal coming into the last 10 minutes. There will be some stoppage time, of course. There have been a couple of injuries, a few substitutions. And it's Arsenal's seventh corner. I remember didn't have any. Anyway, this corner comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away again by Real Madrid. We haven't threatened from any of these corners, have we, at all? Emily Fox touches it wide over on that far side. The cross comes in. It's deep, but the goalkeeper should get there. Oh, in fact, she doesn't. And there was Leah Williamson in there, Caitlin Ford in there. The ball doesn't actually go out. And Real Madrid can bring it forward up this near side. Did that go out? It doesn't matter because Kim Little's picked the ball up anyway. Touches it back to Emily Fox. And now Arsenal looking to bring the ball forward. Leah Williamson finds Mariona. Finds Caitlin Ford just inside the penalty area on that far side. Caitlin Ford gets a shot. It's deflected away. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal. Ryan says, try McCabe forward in general left back. Yeah, that maybe wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? Greg says, Ford is trying to win the game on her own. It seems like it. She tried there as well. She did well, actually, but it was good defending. And Arsenal still looking for this equaliser. It's a corner again. We are into the last 10 minutes now. Chloe Kelly's going to take this corner. We've got plenty of bodies in the box. Can we find a finishing touch? The corner comes in. It's flicked on by Leslie Williams. It's going to come out. It's a Leah Volter on the edge of the penalty. He's going to put it back into the box again. It's flicked onto the far post. And again, Arsenal can't get a shot on goal. Katie McCabe over on that far side. That wasn't a great ball though, was it? Trying to find Chloe Kelly, but Real Madrid can easily tidy that up. And Arsenal now looking a little bit more threatening, but we're getting into some good areas, but we're not shooting, are we? You know, that ball played forward, looking for Caitlin Ford on this near side. She's not going to get there. And the goalkeeper is just going to get that ball and fall on it. And more time is ticking away for Arsenal. Egg says, come on, Arsenal. No, no, no. Yes, well, we're hoping for, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Caitlin Ford's in a bit of a battle there with the Lacard, the defender for Real Madrid. And then they're coming forward again. They've got a player over on this near side. This could be a dangerous moment. The shot comes in. Oh, it goes through, Manu. It is 2-0. And Arsenal are now in big trouble inside the last 10 minutes of this first leg. It's the substitute, Athena, who scored the goal. Manu Zinsberger should have saved that. It was fairly close to it. It's gone through her arms into the net. And Arsenal are facing a Champions League exit. Even though we haven't even finished the first leg yet. It's a big ask for Arsenal now. We're going to have to score 3 goals next week. Matthew said there, told you this girl would be trouble indeed. She's done well. I mean, to be fair, I think Manu should save that. Why did Leah Williamson stand off her? She stood off her and allowed her to shoot. Actually, to be fair, it's a good strike. It is a decent hit. It almost goes through Manu's arms there. I think that's poor goalkeeping as well. She's hit it well enough, but goalkeeper should save that. The goalkeeper should absolutely save that. Greg says no midfielder and a crap keeper. Matthew said Fox backed off and backed off. Yeah, well, Leah Williamson backed off as well. And Athenia has scored to make it 2-0 to Real Madrid. And this is not looking good, is it? This is not looking good. Now we do need a goal just to keep ourselves in the tie for the second leg. Mariona tries to put a cross and it's deflected behind for another corner. Not any of our corners have been any good tonight, but you never know. It only takes one. Sorry, Renee, but I'm having doubts about you. I am. I said it after the Liverpool game. The Everton performance wasn't great. There's going to be another substitution. Frida Marnham's coming on for Mariona. She's been fairly quiet tonight, Mariona, back in Spain. Lena Hurt is coming on as well, probably to play right back. So Frida Marnham, she took Leslie Russo off. Wow, can you believe it? Desperate times, eh? Leslie Russo goes off and Lena Hurtig comes on. Wow. That is... And Mariana Caldente's gone off as well for Frida Marnham. His corner comes in. Again, it's not a great corner, not a great defensive clearance. Leah Volti miskicks her shot completely. And, wow, Terry says, oh no, another blank from Russo. Yeah, but imagine if it was Stina. Stina gets 45 minutes. It says one shot. Sorry about that. Seems like my internet's gone down again. It's been happening a bit recent, hasn't it? Vicky P says there, just seems we are shuffling the pack again. Yeah. Pointless substitutions for me there. LG says huge question marks on Rene. I agree. Absolutely. There is massive question marks on Rene. 110 volts says, come on, Lena. Matthew says, I can understand fans calling for Rene, but she didn't make the mistake or backed off their attackers. No, she didn't, but she's picked this team. She's set this team up tonight, and we've been terrible again. Anyway, Caroline Weir's going off now for Real Madrid. Grat says there, that second was way too easy, but Arsenal to turn things around at home ground. Well, it's going to be a big arse now, isn't it? Scott says there, we might get smashed today. No Oberdorf or Stanway. LG says if Real goes through, that will be an easy passage for their opponents to the final. Real are not good. We've just been poor. No, you're right, absolutely. Terry says, hey ho, it's time for Rene to go. I think you might be right. Anyway, Arsenal desperate looking for one goal that would make a massive difference. And Lena Hurtig's inside the penalty area. Is she going to get it? Plays the ball back to Kim Little. No one wants to shoot. Emily Fox, have a shot. It's a cross. It's not a bad cross, actually, but the goalkeeper's going to get there. Scott says, I don't mean to be rude, but really don't see any difference between this and Jonas. No, exactly. Well, it wouldn't be, would there? She was Jonas' assistant. Did we expect there to be any real difference? I don't know. But you're right. There is no difference at all. There is no difference at all. Anyway, the Real Madrid goalkeeper kicks the ball into the last 2.5 minutes of normal time. And if Real Madrid were to get a third goal, wow, it really would be game over, wouldn't it? We might as well not bother with next week's game. At least at 2-0, we do still have a slim chance. Anyway, Chloe Kelly touches the ball off to Kim Little. Suddenly Arsenal looking a little bit more urgent with everything. One goal could make a big difference now, you have to say. Miss Pinkshot says the lack of lethal strikers is our own downfall. Well, we've got lethal strikers. They got taken off at half time. May well have kept her on, and she might have got the goal that would have made a difference. Who knows? Anyway, the ball played out to the far side. Katie McCabe touches it infield to Frida Marnham. The ball there falls to Kim Little on the edge of the box, but she can't get there. LG says, I was in denial when you said your reservations about Renee over the last few games, but now I agree with you. Yeah, it's the pressure, isn't it? You know, that's when, for me, you don't learn too much about a team when you've got routine matches you expected to win with no pressure in the first half of the season, like we got before Christmas. But when it's really mattered, the games that have mattered since Christmas, we've been nowhere near the level. And that's got to fall on the manager. It's got to. Tonight, for me, it falls on the manager. Yes, I know what Matthew's saying about the players, and I agree. And I think that the players have to take responsibility. But the manager set the team up. The managers picked the team, made the substitutions, you know, set the tactics up. And it's not worked. Chloe Kelly just got a booking, by the way, for a late tackle there on the Real Madrid captain. And anyway, it's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time, which we've just gone into now. And Arsenal still don't like scoring, do we? You know, this cross comes in. It's a deep one. Lena Hurst is trying to get there. She won't get there. Chloe Kelly might. Touches the ball back to Emily Fox. One goal would make a massive difference for Arsenal still, wouldn't it? LG says that we've now lost 4 games in 2025. That's a lot this early in the year. 4 massive games for that. Exactly, yeah, exactly. And there's another yellow card. This one is for Olga. Was that a bit of revenge there on Chloe Kelly, maybe? Anyway, it is a free kick to Arsenal. We've played a minute of the 5 at stoppage time. Let's see if we can get a goal back. I mean, you can't have too many complaints about that yellow card. In fact, it was on Emily Fox, not on Chloe Kelly. Can Arsenal turn this around or at least get a goal back? Terry says that was a great tackle, not a yellow card. Well, I think it was the pitch up because she slid into her, didn't she? Anyway, LG says we didn't look like scoring at all this game. Jonas Arteta settings. Well, yeah, anyway, it's a free kick on this near side. Can we get one back now? Katie McCabe is going to take this free kick, whips it in towards the far post. Leah Williamson's header. And Arsenal claiming a handball or something, but it's going to be a throw instead. In fact, VAR here. Look, they're looking for a handball. Oh, it did hit the defender's arm, didn't it? Leah Williamson's header. Oh, actually, no, it didn't. It didn't hit her arm. It hit her side. Her arm was out a little bit, but it did hit her side. It wasn't a penalty. and we are desperately clutching at straws, but we're not going to have that. Thank you very much. It definitely wasn't a handball. It hit aside. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. We've played 2.5 minutes of stoppage time. Another poor ball. It's gone out for a throw to Real Madrid. Arsenal just have not been at the level tonight. And Rene's little happy party, nice happy little squad. I'm afraid that's not what wins your big matches. Arsenal looking desperately for a goal. LG says, I honestly don't see us scoring 3 goals at the Emirates. We often struggle against mid-blocks, which is the way we're going to set up. No, you're probably right. I think 3 goals is a big ask. We might get one back here. We've got another corner. We're into the last 90 seconds of stoppage time at the end of this game tonight. It all looks as though it's going to be in vain. There's going to be another yellow card for the goalkeeper for Real Madrid. I think she's talked herself into trouble there. It was Caitlin Ford again. Almost got to the line, tried to get the cross in. In fact, she was tackled. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Last few minutes here of stoppage time. 1 goal would make a massive difference. 1 goal would make a massive difference. Ryan says, it'll have to be better than this. It'll have to be much better than this. It'll be a different game, obviously, and a better pitch. But anyway, the referee's not happy with some stuff going on there between Renat and Marnham. Arsenal have got this corner, though, so you never know into the last minute of stoppage time if we can get a goal now. If we can, in towards the near post, headed up by a defender. It's going to come to Leah Volti, is it? Leah Williamson's in there. Leah Volti puts it back in. It's cleared away. Kim Little shot, falling back, goes over the top. Is that going to be Arsenal's last chance to get a goal tonight? We have got a big job on our hands next week, that's for sure. Frida Marnham puts the ball down for the goal kick. The Real Madrid goal kick was already been booked, so she can't waste any time here. She does move the ball over to the other side. We're into the last few seconds. There's going to be a bit more time added on because there was a bit of a stoppage there just before that corner. We've probably got about another minute. And we've got the ball over on that far side. It's going to be a throw. Frida Marnham's going to take it. She gets it back again. That's another poor ball forward. And now there's a free kick to Real Madrid. They're going to roll around, waste a bit more time. In fact, I think there goes a full-time whistle, does it? Yep, it's all over here. And Arsenal have suffered a very, very poor defeat here. Terrible, terrible conditions, you have to say. But even so, the performance just was not good enough from Arsenal from start to finish, really. We had a few moments in the game, not really enough. And it's ended up 2-0. 2 poor goals defensively to give away at this level. You cannot afford to defend like that. Leah Williamson, we're culpable for both of them. Manu Zinsberger certainly played a part in the second one as well. She should maybe have saved it. We only really had one big chance in the game, and that was Stina's effort in the first half, which the goalkeeper did well to save. Other than that, we didn't really threaten a goal. Really, really poor performance. LG says this loss is on the manager. Absolutely. Vicky P says disappointing. Yep. Ryan says Kim would be better shouting at them on the sidelines. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. Yeah. Anyway, the Arsenal players don't seem very happy with the referee. I'm not really sure we can blame the referee. Jimmy says 1 shot on target. Exactly. Yeah, it's not enough. It's not good enough. It is not good enough. It's only half time, right? It's only half time in this tie. We've got a game at the Emirates next week on a lovely pitch that is going to make a difference. Can we turn it around? We need 3 goals, or we need 2 to take it to extra time, and 3 to win it. It is going to be a big ask. There's no doubt. 110 volts says we never looked like scoring tonight. No, we didn't. You're absolutely right. We absolutely didn't. Tashi says Leah, yeah, terrible tonight. Greg says terrible, no commitment, no midfield, and got Liverpool on Saturday. God help us, indeed. That wasn't great, was it? Grat says much better performance in the second half. Well, it was it though? Really, I'm not sure if it was actually. Paul says Real Madrid the easiest draw and still lost. Well, we're not out yet. Ryan says lovely picture. Well, next week it will be. We're not out yet, are we? I mean, that was terrible. That was terrible. I mean, there were some comments before. We said it before, haven't we? Jonas type performance, but when it mattered in the Champions League, we played much better than this under Jonas. We played much better than this. when we had all those injuries, didn't we, a few years ago, if you remember? We got to the semi-final, we battled through, we played better than this. You know, we were 2-0 down was it against Wolfsburg, got it back to 2-2. You know, we showed heart, we showed fight, we showed character. That comes from the manager. This manager's it's too easy for him. It's too easy for him. And that's not, you don't win trophies like that. You do not win trophies like that. You've got to be ruthless. At the top level, you've got to be ruthless. We haven't been. Rene is not ruthless enough. And this is why we're in a position that we're in. We still could turn this around. But if anybody thinks we can win the Champions League after that performance, I'm sorry, I can't see it. We still may go through to the semi-final next week, but I don't know. Grat says, I say 4-0. Oh, well, you said 4-0 tonight, my friend. So no disrespect to you, but we're not gonna take you seriously on your score predictions. It'd be nice if it is 4-0. You might be right. John says there, Leah Williams hype ends today. She's been crap by people perspective. Well, I think she was crap today, absolutely. She was absolutely crap today. I think she's been playing quite well recently, but today, yes, I agree, she was terrible. Matthew says we had 2 on target, they had 3. Yeah, exactly. Poor. Leah got exposed today. Yeah, she did. She was poor today. But anyway, look, we've lost the game 2-0. It is only half time. We have got the home leg to come at the Emirates on a nice pitch. We can still do it, but if we do get through, we've got to improve a lot, haven't we? Matthew says, I said from the start, the vets need to turn up. They didn't. Leah's I wouldn't say Leah's a vet, but yeah, she's obviously a lot of experience. Greg says, we put out an attacking team at the start and didn't attack. Yeah, exactly. Grat says, well, back to hockey for me. 3 periods to start. Thanks for the company. Take care, mates. And yourself, my friend. We'll see you very soon. We're back Friday, of course, with the Arsenal women's show. Ryan says, Arsenal getting soft indeed. Joe says, not so excited about going to the game on Saturday. No, Liverpool are a difficult team. They're not an exciting team to watch. We struggle against them. Yeah, it's not going to be good, is it? Probably, but we'll be there. We'll be there to watch it. We'll be here, of course, on Saturday evening. We'll be here on Friday evening as well for the women's show. Well, I say that. It depends if Andreas can get some videos through. Anyway, Joe says, later chat indeed. Listen, thanks for watching, guys. It's never easy, is it? The time of game, the time of the kickoff comes on. It's never easy. But we stuck with it. The team were disappointed. It was a terrible, terrible performance. Terrible result. LG's give his marks out of 10. Zinsberger 4, Fox 4, Williamson 3, Catley 5, McCabe 5, Little 5, Kyra 5, Russo 5, Mead 5, Blackstenius 4, Mariona 5, Kelly 6, Ford 6, 45, Hurting 5. Yeah, I can't really disagree with too much of that. Michael says, hello. Well, who would have thunk it? Put in 4 past Real Madrid ain't quite so easy as the Catalans make it look. Well, we've got a second leg to come yet, haven't we? I wouldn't have thought you'd have scored 4 passes on that pitch tonight, but you never know. Maybe you would have. Raymond says, didn't Renee put Russo up front? Well, she did in the second half. That didn't work, did it? Grat says, yep, I said AFC to win by 4 today as well, but that was to encourage the players to put hope and belief in them. And before I saw the conditions, well, yeah, exactly. We didn't see the pitch, did we? But anyway, look, we've lost 2-0. It's only half time, and we've come back from worse positions than this at half time in games, haven't we? We've got 90 minutes at the Emirates next week on a lovely pitch that suits us. We'll play with a bit more intensity. I'm sure we'll play better, and I'm sure we've got it in us to turn this around, but it's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy at all. But let's see. Tonight was terrible, a terrible performance. We can blame the pitch if we want. Yes, it was a disgrace to the Champions League, quite honestly. Anyway, LG says, what happened to pray for me? Will it be pray for? It's playing for us, and that's pray for us now, isn't it, for the second leg? Terry says, well, at least we have new merch to look forward to. I'm sure there'll be something out tomorrow. Kim Little for manager, says Ryan. Well, maybe. Michael says the pitch was worse a week ago and the result was 1-4. Well, I'll have to take your word for that, because I can't believe it was worse and played. That's the word. That shouldn't have even been played tonight on that pitch. So if it was worse last week, and you scored 4 on it, then fair enough. But I don't know. It wasn't the pitch that why we lost the game. We lost the game because we just played badly. Simple as that. But it's half time. It's half time. If we win 3-0, 4-0 next week, no one will care about this game. But we've got it all to do. We have to be better, absolutely. Greg says, oh, well, there's always another day. Just hope we play better next time. Well, we have to. We've got a big game on Saturday in between all this against Liverpool, who are our nemesis at the minute, aren't they? Grat says, if you live in London near the pitch, there's no excuse not to go. Absolutely, yeah, get yourself there. Anyway, look, tonight was disappointing. It was a poor performance. We know that. We have to play better next week. We've got to. I'm sure we will. Matthew says their pace players might love our surface as well. If we turn up, we fight. Yeah, exactly. Let's see what happens. Next week's another day. We've got Saturday to come first as well. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, tonight wasn't good enough. We know that. But we're still in the tie. It's all to play for next week. We've got to turn up with a big performance. We've got to turn up on Saturday with a big performance. We can't allow this to derail our whole season. If we lose on Saturday or don't beat Liverpool, we then don't turn this around next Thursday. That's the season over. That is the season over in March. In March. Jonas back. Is that what we want? I don't know. Anyway, look, it's finished here. Real Madrid 2, Arsenal 0. Not great from Arsenal at all, but it's only half time, guys. Let's stick with it. We'll be back Friday, of course, with the Arsenal Women's Show, so please join me for that. And of course, Saturday will be a Saturday evening, 5:15 for the Liverpool game. Join us for that as well. Of course, next Wednesday, wow, it's all to play for at the Emirates. The second leg, we've got to turn up and turn this round. Terry says, let's make sure you've all hit like and subscribe. Yeah, please give us a like and subscribe before you go. I'm going to get some food because I feel like I need to go and do something else, get my mind off this because that was terrible. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you Friday. We've got it all to do. We've got to be better. Come on, Arsenal. That was poor. Is Rene the right one? I don't think so. I don't think so. But maybe next week we'll be feeling differently about it, or won't we? Let's see. See you Friday, guys. Thanks for watching. Come on, you guys.